Hello, everybody. We are back. Oops, that was the wrong one. I'll turn that off. And now I am joined by the one, the only Zero Empires.
Hello. That was the best introduction I've had in a long time. Ever, maybe. Thanks, Robo.
I feel like you're mocking me.
I feel like a Glory supporter. I just sort of come in for the final game. You don't see me all season, but when that team gets to the final, I'm there. I'm cheering for Manchester United.
Oh boy, that's it exactly. So, this is the final ECL stage, the final match before the LAN, which happens at the end of August, the last weekend of August here in our studio.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. It's been a long time.
It's a long year.
This tournament's been a long tournament, and I cannot believe that this is the final set, the final match. And that's it. That just feels wrong. It feels like this has become part of my daily routine, my life.
Yeah, it's going to be weird not having ECL games on Saturdays.
It's consumed me. But yeah, that's right. We do have the LAN final, and that will, of course, be the last weekend of August in Manchester with AM and Team Secret. Although we will see Team Secret here in the final of this event, we won't see AM. We will be seeing SEOME, who have at this point confirmed finished third. And SY 100%. In fourth. I believe
quick look at
that's the final standings, yeah.
Yep, that's how it is. SEOME's going to get at least 6 points. SY is going to get 3 points. And Secret is going to get 6 or 8 points as well. So there's no changes here between these positions. The numbers are just going to change slightly.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. I mean, it does mean that we do have our final standings. And, it's sort of nice to sort of have that rounded out and finished off. We've known for a little while that Secret and AM will both be at the LAN, but you've got to play it out to the end. There's still prize money up for grabs. There's still highly competitive games for these players and teams to compete in. And really that's, I think, what the ECL has achieved more than anything, giving players regular competitive matches to constantly have going for the entire year. It's sort of not been the biggest event of the year, but it's certainly been one that has helped the community and helped the competitive community and supported it along the way with quite a lot of prize money, a lot of incentive, and a lot of competitive matches throughout the year.
There's a lot of pride as well involved in winning some of the events. Like, I know with my talks with some of the Heresy guys that they were super excited when they managed to win, just sets here and there and managed, get through to the semis sometimes. And they were like, we're actually doing things now.
For sure. I mean, Heresies were that team in 8th place that, that 8th team is difficult because there's not really any team that is conclusively 8th. And Heresy sort of banded together, and they didn't have the best tournament, but they played it through to the very end, and they've even right to the end, give it their best shot. I mean, they made it through to the semis here.
In this one, so they'll get another 3 points on these standings. They'll get up to 9,
exactly,
which is almost double digits.
And so that's been great for them. And, it's something that has definitely helped. But obviously, going forward, we've learnt a lot from ECL. We know that the format is perhaps not the best format. It certainly doesn't help having sort of like the anti-hype of casting recorded games, doing it a week or so later on our channel after everyone else, but we did decide to do that to remain consistent. If that's one thing we have been this tournament, it is this channel has been consistent. Every single Saturday, some Sundays, we have done the ECL. But, we committed to that a year ago, and we've learnt a lot along the way. So there's definitely going to be some changes going forward in the way that we do things here. We will obviously not be doing ECL after the LAN final is over, but we will be doing more stuff, and we've definitely got a lot in store. So the ECL is not the last you'll hear from us, but we still, of course, have that LAN final, and that LAN final is our opportunity to do the biggest and best thing yet, which is a huge event, and one which hopefully, I'm feeling very good about how things are looking in the studio right now. And obviously, with the AoE 3 LAN next week, we're going to get a lot of experience and
learn a lot of things along the way.
Exactly.
And how we set up and how to run events.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot from that. But the ECL, we have the opportunity to do something bigger and better than we've ever seen before in Age of Empires. And I'm confident that it's going to go well, given how things are going here. We've got quite a bit of time, 55 days left. And if you're interested in coming to the LAN final or finding out more, then escapetv.uk/ECL, and there is information on our website. You can buy a ticket. It's £60, I think, for the ticket. That includes your lunch and dinner for all 3 days. And there's local hotels and everything.
£54?
Yeah, but it's 60 with VAT. They have to pay the VAT.
There's 45 plus VAT.
Oh, okay.
I think it gets it to about 54, 56 pounds, something like that.
Whatever it is.
How many tickets
are
not
left? That much.
There's like
there's
60 something tickets.
67 tickets remaining. We put 100 tickets up for sale, and I'm fairly certain they're all going to sell out.
I think so. Like, I think a lot of people want to come to the LAN.
Most
people aren't really organized.
No.
Right? Like, the Discord has more than 30 people confirmed coming.
Yeah, and they've not all bought tickets yet.
Yeah.
But there's over 200 people, I think, in the Discord now, and sort of growing every few days, more people sort of trickling in. But we haven't even started hyping the LAN up. I mean, obviously, the ECL itself hasn't had that much hype, but the LAN, we are going all out to make sure that this LAN gets as much coverage as possible. And if you are anyone who's interested in Age of Empires, you're going to be watching this thing because it's going to be epic. And it's going to be the largest AoE 2 LAN in history. I can tell you that for a fact.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be sweet as.
So I'm hyped for it. I'm ready for it. And we've been putting in some 12-hour days here to make sure that we're sort of ready for it over this side. But anyway, we should actually get to our final series, sort of doing a little summary here before we've even finished. But it's good a time as any. Suomi versus Secret, best of 5. Fortress, Houseboat, Frisia, Lombardia, and Clearing are the maps.
Lots of maps we've already seen today. Anyone who's been here for the stream or seen the previous videos will know what these maps look like. So I think we should just get into it and start casting and see what happens.
What happens next?
Yeah, what happens next? That's it exactly.
Fortress.
Capture Age.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. There we are.
Game number 1 in the final here. Suomi versus Secret, best of 5. Fortress is our first map. And Robo, I'll let you do the honors.
We do. We've got the Max here playing on the right-hand flank for Suomi. He is the Spanish. The pocket for Suomi is Rubenstock playing as the Franks. And finally, Velese in the green as the Mayans. Then for Team Secret, we're going to have the Viper as the Mayans in the flank. Jordan, 23, coming back. We haven't seen him for a while.
Tag teaming him.
Tagging in. He's here playing as the Franks in the pocket. And then finally, we have Tasso as the Spanish in the red. Now, this is pretty interesting because Doubt was unable to play these games because he was having his second child at that point in time. So he was, obviously not home. He was at hospital with his wife.
Oh, boy.
With his partner,
How exciting.
having that, being busy. So now we're seeing a bit of a Civ switcheroo compared to the previous series. Last time we had Viper playing as the Spanish. Now he's the Mayans. He's taking Doubt's role. Last time Tato was the Franks or the support Civ. Now he's the Spanish. And then Jordan sort of fills in that supporting role as the final player.
Well, a lot of people say that no doubt, no win. But Jordan 23, he's out here trying to prove people wrong.
Oh, yeah.
No one puts Jordan 23 in the corner. And
if they do, they're wrong.
Well, I mean, exactly. I mean, he's sort of got his Viper and Tato bodyguards here on either flank. He's sorted. Oh, yeah. And his role here may very well be to sling in this game for the mid portion at least.
Definitely could be.
Viper to his left, going to be facing off against Velese, who is the Mayans as well. So
a nice Mayan war on one side and a Spanish war on the other one.
That flank is important. Whoever wins or comes ahead on that flank, it's going to be a game changer. But Velese is one of those players who can absolutely come ahead. It all depends on how that sling goes. Will we see a feudal age sling?
Will we see castle sling?
Will we see castle sling?
Will we maybe not see sling? Maybe one of the teams thinks, well, they're expecting a sling. Let's, mix it up a little bit. Who knows?
Balls to the wall, trush the pocket.
Oh,
Jordan 23 doesn't see it coming. He resigns.
Dark Age trush. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it in there.
Dark Age trush. That you had it here
first. You can do that on Fortress.
But it's nice to see Jordan 23 coming in, and he will be at the LAN final. In fact, I've already booked his flight. So
PogChamp.
Poggers indeed. So he's confirmed. He's coming, and whether or not he needs to be in the team to get a win, he'll be at the LAN final either way, representing Team Secret.
Hopefully, we can see him take a couple of victories
Yeah.
in person. That would be cool.
Here's a fun fact. Team Secret is the team with the most children in the ECL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
100%.
Doubt has 2 kiddos.
Yeah.
Jordan has a kiddo.
Right. But what about some of the
That's
Chinese
3
players?
children.
Sure, but a lot of the Chinese players.
Oh, yeah, but there's a one-child policy in China. They can't possibly have enough children to catch up.
There's more than 3 players in the Chinese teams.
All right, well, that's not entirely. That fact may be quite a little
maybe
bit,
not true.
That fact may be not quite factual.
I'm pretty sure ACCM has at least 2 kids as well.
Doesn't matter. I'm only kidding about the China thing. I know that there's not a one-child policy anymore. But I don't know, man. It's just you just mentioned about Doubt having a second child. And yeah, I think that's cool. 2 baby Doubts in the world. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
I believe this one is a girl.
Okay, because he's got a boy.
No,
but it's funny because his boy has a girl's name. I don't know what the names are. Apparently, I mean, it's a unisex name, really. But when I was in Serbia with Doubt, not people, but some people mentioned it, because I think I was there, right? And they were just trying to dig him a little bit.
Right. Make a bit of fun of Doubt.
Yeah. But he's got a cute little boy. Anyway, let's continue on. Obviously, not a lot happening in the early game.
Not much happening in the early game Fortress. Everyone's just getting up to Castle Age, getting their techs in, setting their economy up for, making conquistadors or plumed archers and booming, getting all those things ready to go. So far, I don't think really anyone's attacked anything anywhere so far. We're seeing a little bit of a team war coming up between Max and Rubenstock here.
That's a very Suomi thing to do, isn't it, really?
But that's really the only notable thing that's happened so far in this game that's not, normal, I guess.
They've got a very easy team wall because the fact that Max's wall goes right to the edge of the map.
Yeah. That's nice.
That's actually quite unusual. You don't normally see that on Fortress. More often than not, you have got a back wall.
Right. Yeah, it's always like this normally. You got 5-6 tiles, something like this.
Might be quite close, but usually there is a wall somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I think that's quite a nice sort of secure area, and maybe Rubenstock will wall over between the wood lines as well.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy wall layer in the game.
They might not feel like they need to, though. They might not feel like they need to.
Well, they're going to do it before trade sets in, right?
Yeah.
So at some stage, there will be walls between these wood lines
if we even get to the point where they trade.
Of course, if we get that far.
Yeah. Does Viper and Jordan have a natural wall? They do, actually. I think there is a hole there.
There is definitely a hole along there.
But I mean, that's just like,
I
see your team wall, I raise you. Oh wait, I've already got a forest.
And even on this side, that's fairly easy for Viper to do.
Classic Viper map hacks, really, isn't it?
And even across here, it's not horrible to do that in the late game.
Not horrible.
Just chuck up some stone walls, easy peasy.
Just curious, is anyone staying feudal here? I don't think so.
No, we're not. Everybody is up to Castle Age.
So we may see slinging, but it'll definitely be Castle Age slinging.
I think that's probably the better play most of the time.
Yeah.
It's such a stronger sling, and it's quite difficult to kill someone very quickly.
You say it's a stronger sling, but it's not as strong until a little bit later on.
Right,
because someone feudal slinging always outslings a castle slinger until about maybe 15-20 minutes, and then it starts to swing back the other way, but only slowly. So that could be a power spike that the feudal slinger can take advantage of.
That is definitely true that the feudal sling is more resources early, but over time the castle sling really starts to peak ahead. And on Fortress, it's quite a difficult map to fully defend. These plumes, let's just say Rubenstock slinging, right? A couple of plumes around here, they can start picking off bills. They can run in here, pick off some bills on gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not hard to harass the slinger and hinder their feudal sling, right? Whereas with these TCs that Rubenstock has, that secures a little bit more space for him if he needs that, more gold, more wood that he can take access from if he's going to sling, and he's a little bit safer as a result of that.
That's fair. Looks like both Viper and Valessa are on 2 TCs right now, but Viper's just adding a
Viper's
third.
just adding
He's
a third.
already pulling ahead, or he was pulling ahead in Vils, but Valessa seemed to have caught up. So this third TC might help, but it's kind of close between them at the moment. similar populations. The person who's behind the most is Jordan. He's only got 30 pop right now. And that's quite considerably behind Max and Rubenstock.
He's got all 3 of the TCs, but he was also, I think, the slowest player up to Castle Age.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe just a little bit rusty, not 100% up on the build orders. Can we zoom in?
He's
Yes,
also
I can.
got 1 death. He may have lost a villager, because his scout looks like it's alive in the middle of the map.
Yeah, he does have a scout, so he's lost a villager somewhere along the lines.
Or a monk.
Or a monk there, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably a monk, actually, considering the monastery and that relic. Perfect straight line there.
At the moment, Jordan is sort of underperforming just slightly, but it's such a negligible amount if you compare the total villager count across the board. It's only a 4 difference.
111, 106, as we can see here. It's basically fine.
Yeah. But Viper does have a bit more military out, chasing down Valestra in the middle of the map.
Slightly, but on the other side, though, Tato getting equal numbers, it seems, to Max. Oh, Max getting in there and one-shotting a Conquistador. All the conks getting hit.
You've really got to get the RNG here.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a chance to miss at that range, and if you just get a bit of RNG on your side and you hit more of those shots, it obviously over time it will balance out.
Yeah,
as
like
all randomness
Tato
does.
could have 1 more Conquistador if one of them had missed, but this feels bad, man. It died, and now Max is ever so slightly ahead in the Conquistador numbers. Actually, quite significantly, 13 to
4
9.
ahead. He's only on 2 TCs. I think that could have something to do with it.
That's true.
He's 2 TCs, and then Tato's going up to 3.
Just in the 3rd right now, which is a fairly standard time, I think, for Spanish, because quite food-heavy making Conquistadors. The 3rd TC is normally delayed a little bit. And even Rubenstock going for a 4th TC.
Can we check the sling resources? Actually, nothing at the moment. So
the 4th TC definitely indicates there's no sling from Rubenstock.
Yeah.
You would just stay 3 TCs if you were going to do that.
But that's interesting, isn't it? I mean, neither team actually going to sling here.
And Jordan's even going for the 4th TC as well. So
yeah, both pockets. I mean, I think they probably recognize that there's no sling happening. Both teams. I mean, neither of the Mayan players are getting significantly ahead of each other. They're actually neck and neck completely.
Yeah, that's true in terms of score. That's right.
So you can clearly see then that, okay, we're not slinging. Well, the other Mayan player is equal to me, so they must not be slinging. And so both teams can sort of react to that. But Valeska's got his army kind of split, and Viper's keeping it nice close together.
Some
so
on this side, some on that side.
He's probably going to find some kills here.
Oh, that's nasty.
Easily done. Easily done.
Quite a few picks.
I think we should leave it more zoomed in, like typically as well.
Yeah,
just about there. Cause
I keep forgetting to do that.
People don't have big monitors always.
That is true.
I got some comments about that, like, we need to zoom in more. That's fine. Hey, this is a good zoom level. It's just a bit more than normal, but you can still see the details.
Oh, these walls. Oh, that looks like a hole in here.
There is a hole.
Rubenstock. That's a little unfortunate.
How is there always a hole?
I don't know. And like they should be able to see it, right? Like the towers have perfect line of sight.
Yeah.
Just not noticing it, thinking the 2 wood lines are conjoined.
But what's interesting here, Max is definitely falling behind a little bit. He just lost his monk there on that relic. But he's also only just adding a 3rd TC. You see that coming up on the left side. It's taking him a long while to get the TC up, and he's now got the lowest pop in the game. So Jordan 23 quickly recovering from that early sort of deficit of villagers. Now he's starting to pull ahead, and it's Max who's struggling at the moment, but he is going for a petard bust by the looks of things. Good catch there. We'll see what he can do. It's 14 conks against 11, but obviously Tato might not have his in position to defend, so Max may find a good number of villagers on the farms.
It's actually a lot closer than that. It's only 11 to 9, because Max, he's got the 2 petards as well.
You're right,
which
actually.
Which is adding some of the military. I think the king counts as a military unit as well.
Element of surprise, though. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
And where is Tato's army? Is it on the left side of his base?
Nope.
Inside?
Nope.
Inside?
Nope.
Yeah, there it is.
Just heading out now.
So he could get 3 or 4 vills, but Tato is coming over to this right side, almost as if he senses something's going on.
Maybe he's just trying to raid these golds on the front, possibly.
Could be, but
the thing is,
Max is going right round the back, which I think is really smart.
That's true, but there's not really a lot that he can
he's giving himself
do
away.
with a petard, though. Like,
No,
he's going to bust in, but through here, like, all these farmers, like, you just run to the TC.
Yeah.
And now he's possibly going to get trapped in.
Oh,
boy.
Tato's getting bloodlines. Max going in.
Oh, no.
And this could be a massacre here.
Oh, no, and this... Jesus
Sorry.
Christ. It's 2 TCs. Oh, no, and there's a castle as well firing on these
he's ripped. He's ripped. If I was Tato, I would just stick my dudes in the hole.
And just stop him
there,
block him
getting out, Yeah, I don't know. It might not be so bad. Does he have bloodlines himself? He does not.
Max
He's getting
not,
it
but
now.
he does have +2 armor.
Yeah.
So,
but Tato has the hill as well. This could be good for the Tatty. He's got reinforcements coming in, and he's killing so many conks so quickly. The military numbers here favoring Tato.
Ever slightly ahead.
Ever so slightly?
The early bloodlines really just started to pick it ahead towards the end. Like the early numbers, like it was dead even, and then just slowly starts to creep ahead for Tato.
Lanchester's Laws in action right there.
That's it.
You may have seen Spirit of the Law's latest video. I was actually going to write an article about Lanchester's Laws, but it's a really difficult topic to cover and to demonstrate. So
it's like you have more things, you kill things faster, therefore you lose less things. And
yeah, I mean that's a very high-level summary of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty good at that.
There's more to it than that.
Well, that's the key detail.
Well, I mean that's the detail, yeah, but there's a lot of math behind it. Anyway,
first players up to Imperial Age, though, we have Rubenstock as the Franks and the Viper as the Mayans. Interesting. So maybe the early Paladins could be enough to push back the Viper, I guess.
Oh, here we go.
It looks like
you're
got
see a
big
clash
numbers
here.
advantage.
Upgrades are numbers are even. Upgrades, I don't know.
Somewhere. Upgrades. Viper is ahead. He has +2 armor. No upgrades for armor at all.
Absolutely has to back out there. He doesn't even have ballistics in this one, so it needs to retreat away. Viper's sort of army control a little messier, but it's okay. He's up to him
as well, so Trebs will be on the way pretty soon. Yeah. And Viper's also getting up some house walls along the edge of the map.
I think Rubenstock needs to be quick. He needs to be quick. He needs chivalry, and he needs to get those Cavalier at least as quickly as possible here.
Only got the 2 stables though, so he's not going to be making a ton of army quickly. He's just hit Imp. He's researching Cavalier, and that's really all he's doing at the moment.
Plate barding as well. But I mean, he has to kill Viper quickly here. And he's in a position to do so, right? I mean, if Viper gets sort of trapped in a corner and he goes in with Cavalier, then Valessa can come in and just 2v1 him and wipe him out.
Like maybe the Cavaliers, come around the back here, they get trapped in this little corner. But the problem is, like, Rubenstock has to wait until he has those numbers. He's got 1 military at the moment, and that's his king. So,
yeah, not
really the most useful thing that he could be doing at the moment. Exactly. And Tato seems to be coming in on the max again.
He's gone for that position twice now, actually.
Well, I think it's a pretty good spot to go for, right? There's that gold to deny, and if you get in, there's like these stones at the back, both of them in the same spot. There's also extra golds.
Absolutely.
And even just, running down towards the trade line could be...
Yeah.
Could be a problem.
Max is wise to sort of reinforce that with a gate there, really. But it looks like Tato's coming really far forward. I mean, they want to secure the corners, obviously.
Yeah,
but coming forward is nice. Very aggressive, and it keeps the wall. The gold as well.
Sure. I'm wondering what Rubenstock is going to do. Just like some sneaky stables in the middle of nowhere, maybe.
Just let's look at the left side though, because Viper's coming forward. 2 castles there.
2 castles. The Trebs are on the way.
Yeah.
3rd castle on the way.
Just hit Imp, and he's caught up in upgrades, but he is missing, of course, the bracer at the moment.
And chemistry, which is on the way. But we're seeing Paladin coming in for Rubenstock now. So possibly going to be a big fight happening. What's this flare? Okay, Max running in for a raid. Harass Jordan, maybe deny the trade a little bit, but the Trebs are on the way for the Viper.
Yeah. Really, Valessa just needs to stall a little bit, wait for Paladin.
Yeah.
There's going to be, for the Franks, they've only got 7 military, so there's not going to be many, but as soon as he starts to make more, conscription's coming, just finished now as well, they're going to bide their time, they're going to wait for the right time, and then once they have it, they will go for the big push here.
Well, Max trying to just wall in the corner just to lame the trade line, but sorry, not Max. This is Rubenstock building this. Not going to happen. Tato paying attention. Got his conks and some villages here as well.
He's got outposts up, but Inko's Viper, he focused on the wall, goes in, sees the castle, and then immediately comes forward with the Trebs to take that out.
Yeah, I'm surprised like he didn't see the castle before that, but I guess if he was only going for the wall, it kind of makes sense. But here, where are these plumes going to go? Not very far, because there's another castle right here. Well, imagine if, let's say, just like ran into this space.
Oh, here's the Paladins coming in from the back.
Oh.
If you can just snipe the Trebs, then they can buy more time.
Here. Just walk over there.
More Paladins as well coming. Viper with the quick walls.
Oh boy.
He can't wall everything though. He can't wall the left side, but it looks like Rubenstock's getting a little stuck there, pathing.
And there's a lot of damage from the 2 castles plus all the plumes as they run around. Definitely not ideal.
Oh, but Valessa is going to go for it. He's sniping those Trebs off to save his own castle. He doesn't mind throwing away a couple of plumes here, but he can buy himself some time, get his own Treb out. And if you can pick off one more Treb, that would be great. But Rubenstock is here now, so it looks like they'll get that Trebuchet down and start to swing this back.
I'm wondering, like, where's Jordan's army?
Jordan is too slow. He's not even got Paladin yet.
Yeah, like he's only just got Cavalier finished.
Is there any sling at all this game? No.
1.7.
Oh, a little bit. A little bit.
Okay, that's significant, but it's not, you know, enough resources for you to be this far behind. No. Like
1.7k is
less than
the cost of Paladin, yeah. So he should have Paladin by now, but he is not quite quick enough. He is still high scoring his team, which is interesting.
He's got the biggest boom. He's got the most villagers. He's already starting to trade as well, by the way, getting his markets up in the corner nice and early. And here we see, like, I don't see why Viper's coming forwards to this. Like,
yeah, he's gonna lose it.
Like, they should all be bailing back, trying to preserve numbers for later in the game.
Where is Jordan? Though?
Until Jordan comes with Paladin, like these Cavaliers are not enough. No, mining some gold. He's got
there they go.
Here they come. Paladin's on the way.
But it's too late. Viper's already going to lose a castle there.
100%. And it looks like Tato's still trying to run around, pick some bills here and there, but
Tato is outplaying Max at the moment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Far. A little surprising from Max. I normally expect him to be a little bit more on point.
He's not pocket, that's the problem.
Right.
Oh, look, Chivalry's coming in from Jordan.
Good shout, good shout. It's a good upgrade. It's a little bit too late.
But he should get it before Paladin. Like, it's...
you would hope so,
he should have it, like, already, but either way, it's a minor thing. He probably saw it in the castle and asked, you know, what does Chivalry do? And then he's like, oh, it's good? All right, I'll research that.
I'll get that.
Yeah, okay.
Army counts, though, pretty much dead even. Slightly more for Rubenstock and Valese, but that's these Trebs. But it looks like Jordan flanking these Paladin. The Paladin are getting stuck on this house, or, I don't know, doing something wrong.
Oh, and this is going to be huge.
One Treb down.
It looks like he'll kill the castle.
Two Trebs instantly going down, though. The castle is still...
Can you get it?
A number of HP left. Pretty decent amount. 2k HP left. There's only 2 Trebs. Yeah, I think the fact that Jordan didn't have Paladin really saved Suomi there.
Yeah.
Because if he just kept going, I think all the Trebs would have gone down there.
Yeah, he's lost 36 units, only killed 12.
Which is horrible. And Rubenstock's similar stats, but they tank so much more damage. Right. And the Paladin's extra HP, extra pierce armor.
He's got enough villagers there repairing, though. But the castle is so close.
Not for long.
I think it's gone. It's gone.
The first volley will take it down like 100 HP, and then there it goes.
And then he can go on to the second one as well. And the problem now is Jordan doesn't have enough Paladin numbers.
No,
He's lost too many Cavalier going in. And the end result is the same anyway. The end result is the same, and that is that Viper still loses the castle. So...
The thing is, though, Viper has significantly more plumed archers than Valese does. He's about 20 ahead at this point. So even with the less Paladins, I think they're, you know, trading half decently. I'm seeing some flares over in this corner. Oh, Rubenstock having to send a lot of Paladin back to deal with all these conks, and Max is here as well. This is just like disrupting their early trade.
Honestly,
so
Tato
badly.
has had such a huge impact in this game. I mean, he's not present in those big fights, yes, but he's having a big impact.
63-20, like MVP so far for me.
And the main thing here as well is distracting Rubenstock, meaning that the left side now go have a look over there.
There's no Paladins.
It's done.
No Paladins whatsoever.
Pushed it back.
And there's another castle from Viper. More Trebs will be on the way soon. They'll start to take down this castle, secure this stone, possibly at least, you know, deny it from Valese.
And the funny thing is, Tato has the lowest score, but he is the MVP in my eyes in this game. I mean, he's just done everything by himself, and he's doing absolutely brilliant. Outplaying the Max on his flank, and then causing enough of a distraction to help the left side get ahead as well.
And it looks like he's even... Oh, boy.
Oh, he's decimating Max.
He's not even going for Paladin, which is what you normally expect.
Destroying him.
Just full elite conks and some Trebs as well. Charging in. How long do you think until we're going to see Bombard Towers from Tato?
Well, not long, but if it gets to that point, I mean, it might be over before that, because I don't know how Suomi will stabilize here.
There's flares in the middle of the map. I'm sure that's for Rubenstock trying to do some big walls through the middle. That's not going to happen. Those gates, the gates are nice around the Trebs, but the plumes just still, they don't care about your gates. They just fire over it. Look at the Treb go down. A lot of volleys, but it dies, and then the plumes are free to just peck away at Rubenstock's Paladin.
And Viper's got the advantage in the Treb war now after Velese loses those
3 or 4
Trebs.
Trebs there.
There are a lot more Paladin coming over from Rubenstock now that he's dealt with the raiding.
That's true, but they still really don't want to fight. Like, if you go near this castle, there's the other castle behind it. So much arrow fire coming in.
But Jordan actually has the bigger eco as well, so he can actually... I mean, he's actually got trade going as well.
Oh, yeah.
Rubenstock
he has the most trade in the game
yet,
by a big margin. Normally, Suomi is that team that starts trading first and early. In this game...
Jordan's been very greedy this game.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's gotten away with it because Viper... Viper has a lot of trust in him, and he has a lot of trust in Viper.
And it's like, Tato, you just do your thing and we'll be good.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, Jordan could have been there a lot earlier, right? But Viper knows, all right, I'm going to go in, I'm going to keep him busy, I'm going to fight 2v1 for a bit. You be greedy, but once you send those Paladins in, we're going to start to get ahead here.
Oh, yeah. And, we're seeing that start to take into effect. 20 extra trade carts and staying equal in villages is huge. Plus, they've even got 30 more military. They're ahead in every single category, essentially. They could be in.
Get your AoE Jordans in the chat.
Is that still at the moment?
Oh, actually, we might have got rid of it. I think I got rid of it, actually. I'm sorry, Jordan.
I'm not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. I mean, it didn't really make sense for us to have a Jordan head. Anyway, look at Max's base.
Yeah, there's not much left of it, to be honest. There's 2 relics as well. All this gold that Tato can take control of.
Look at this. There's a big red
blob of conquistadors
penetrating his walls.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's got so many more conks. He's got 20 more conquistadors than Max does.
It's going to be a steamroll here. Getting chemistry in now, by the way. Tato just getting chemistry. Maybe he'll actually start adding some...
bomber towers, maybe bomber cannons as well could be an option. Many, many different things could be coming in. But still on this side, it looks like Velese has been pushed back a lot. He's only got 3 castles left. I guess that's the same as the Viper, so it's not too bad. But Viper has such a larger mass of plumes to begin with. Oh, actually, I say that, and now they're back to level almost.
Well, that's just how it goes with the... Oh, that's huge. That's huge. But Velesa's there. That is huge, though. Onager getting in. And is that a castle there?
He's going to build a castle there, which is, I think, 100% necessary. He's tried to wall behind this wood line as well, unsuccessfully. And these plumes, once they take down this house, I think they're just going to run straight over here.
And if he can deny that castle, that would be huge as well.
Oh, yeah. And a couple good Onager shots as well, and these plumes could be big. It was okay.
Oh, he's not even going around that through the house. They're just going to go straight in.
Castle's down. The Paladins are streaming in. All the plumes are behind as well.
Big distraction there.
Oh, man.
Well played. Secret are on point today.
Yeah,
looking
they're
good.
doing really well.
Looking very good.
And still on this side, Max is sort of holding. He's pushing Tato back a little bit, but Tato switching into block printing, Sanctity, Inquisition, Bombard Tower, adding in just mass monks, it seems, to convert all of the conquistadors from Max.
I think Max has the hill advantage on that side. I think that's part of his...
That's true.
Does he have a hill?
There's a little bit of hill where this game is, and a little bit over there.
I can't quite tell.
So sometimes he has a hill advantage.
But yeah, on the left side, looks like it's going to be kind of stalemate a little bit in that fight. Both the Paladins, Sibs, sort of losing all the Paladins by the end of it. But Viper just has far too many plumes on the field. He's got way more in here.
And he's even using these Trebs to just one-shot any of Velese's plumes as well.
Look at that. All the Paladins nearly going down there. Rubenstock actually had more, but because of Viper's larger mass of plumes, Jordan comes out on top. And this is looking like it could be GG very soon for Suomi.
Yeah, and oh man, like some of Rubenstock's Paladins are sort of like trapped on like the wrong side of the army. Like he wants to be running through this hole here to get behind and to support Velese instead of being out here, sort of in the middle of no man's land, I guess. And it seems like we're getting a bit of a ram switch from Velese, but I feel like it's a little bit too late for rams. You sort of wanted those... couple of minutes ago, ideally.
They're inches from the trade line here, and that castle's going to go down, and that's it. GG coming out from Team Suomi. Secret getting the first point on the board in this final for Europe West, and what can I say, really? Very similar playstyles from both teams. Neither team doing much of a sling. We just saw a little bit of a delay from Jordan in the pocket as he slung Viper 1.7k resources and then just played a little bit more greedy. But all in all, really, as I said before, MVP for me there, Tato, winning in his 1v1 against Max and causing enough of a distraction for Jordan and Viper to pull ahead and clean up on the left-hand flank. So
really, really well done.
Very well done. But that would have been Secret's home map. That would have been their choice.
Yep, they chose it. Now you always get the first pick, and then the next 2 maps are chosen by Suomi. So Houseboat and then Frisia, they're both
two of the most chaotic maps, really.
Very much not standard. Very different strats can come into play. Different civ picks, they can try to get an advantage. We'll have to see, what they go for and how they utilize their civs against the Secret team.
Yeah, well, the nice thing here is that we have to see more civ variety as you go through the best of 5. By the time you get to game 3, assuming it's not a 3-0, game 4 is going to have civs in it, which you don't really see normally in the best of 3s. So it's kind of cool. You obviously got to strategize a little bit about what to take and what to do. But
and you have to plan ahead as well.
Yeah, exactly. Plan ahead. Not, it's all well and good having good civs now, but if you've got crap civs later, and you don't win the series before that, well, you may as well just call GG, because there is such a thing as a civ win if you mess it up bad enough.
Oh yeah, we sort of saw that in the final game of Secret versus SY, where Mongols and Vikings on Frisia just dominated over the top of SY, who just didn't have as good civs. But here we have the players for Suomi Velese as the Britons on the eastern flank of their team. The Max is in the pocket as the teal Chinese, and Rubenstock off to the western flank as the Italians. Pretty nice civs, I think. And then for Secret, we have the Viper as the Italians, Jordan 23 in the pocket as the Portuguese, and then finally Tato as the Chinese. So we've got almost a civ mirror. It's just Portuguese and Britons have been switched out. So one of them is more of, I think, a team civ in the Portuguese. You give everyone shared line of sight. It's easier to do team walls, and organ guns are kind of cool sometimes. They've got decent cavalry, different archers, nice well-rounded teams here. Where Britons are all like, I'm just gonna make a shit ton of archers and try to overpower you with my superior ranged units and decent sheep bonus because of all the sheep on this map.
I think I remember seeing Suomi on Houseboat. They all went forward, every single player. Tried to win the water, and then Velese, the Briton player, I believe it was him, may have been Max, but probably Velese.
It was Velese, I think.
He did go forward with archery ranges behind enemy lines. Yeah, try and do that damage.
Yeah, we saw that against Frantic, where he was sort of down in this position.
That's
assuming
right.
That the spots were the same in between. I think it was Vivi and Xiaofan, whoever the pocket was. I don't remember. That was back in the round of 8. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, that could be the sort of game plan here. Definitely going forward to dock their opponents. Dock with their opponent. Why not?
Especially for the flanks, right? Because there's not that big of a distance, right? You can easily walk that distance, but for the pocket,
pockets are actually really far away here. Right? They're not always that far.
Such a huge distance, but Max is thinking about it. Like, look at him; he's coming all the way across the map. He's scouting.
A huge wood line across the middle. It's very difficult to see how that's going to impact things.
The things like on cap trades, they sort of blend together a little bit. Some of the
wood lines. They do. Like, they look like they're connected, but
that one's there.
I mean, it is interesting. Like, that's a lot of wood, and it's all sort of blocking the middle of the map up. So
even like
super easy walling if you want to do it.
This map always has super easy team walls if you spend the time scouting where the gaps are in the wood lines, find where to go to.
That's where Portuguese can really play off, actually.
Exactly. Like, if we compare Max's point of view, right? He isn't even really looking for team walls at the moment. He's sort of flaring like, hey, I need your scout to come help me.
I just took my glasses off. I can't see anything.
You can't see it, but the viewers can see it. Whereas Secret have a ton of vision through the middle of the map just by a couple of scouts, passing back and forth. They can see, what sort of places they can maybe do team walls. They're planning ahead. They can think about these things. Now they're trying to get a little bit of a scout double on Jordan here.
Yeah, this is basically Black Forest Velodon. Exactly. Really, everyone has a lake.
Everyone has a really good lake with tons of fish in it. And there's not big gold piles.
Or extra boar spawns.
Anything like that. Clearing is like
anything
BF,
like Black Forest, actually.
Yeah. Clearing's like BF, though.
I've never heard anyone compare this map to Black Forest. Just because it's got a thick wood doesn't mean you should jump to conclusions.
Well, if that's the definition of Black Forest, then there are a lot of Black Forest maps. Let's be honest.
Sure.
There are many, many maps that have thick woods. But let's see. Players, no one's really looking at doing super fast feudal ages, it seems. Most people have around 200 food. The big question, though, is, like, do you think Jordan's going to play super aggressively? Do you think he's going to cross the map?
I don't know.
And do a forward?
What's his scouting looking like?
What is Jordan's scouting? Well, it's not really sure if it's his or if it's everyone else's.
Well, see where his scout is.
That's the Vipers.
That's Viper's scout.
Back here.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Maybe
feel like
not.
if you're going to go forward with your Vil, you escort them at least with the scout to look for wolves and stuff.
I don't think there are wolves
but
on this
that's a good point. I actually don't recall seeing any wolves
I'm pretty
on
sure.
this map.
I'm pretty sure there's no wolves on this map.
Well, that sucks for the Magyars. No wonder we don't see them on this map.
Yeah, clearly.
God damn it. Who designed these maps?
This is a very old map. I've got no idea.
Well, they're fired, whoever they are.
Yeah, they're gone. They're
Sort it
probably
out.
not in the community anymore, but they're
Like,
fired
the Magyars
anyway.
don't need any more nerfs, okay?
Oh,
Jeez.
poor Magyars. So
Anyway,
we're seeing here all three of the Stormy players up to feudal age at basically the same time.
is that a max villager coming forward across the middle? Yes,
oh
it is.
boy, that is. So
Okay.
he's
You
clearly
can
going
tell I put my glasses back on because I can see
You
that
can see things
teal
now.
speck in the
Yeah,
middle of the
you
map.
noticed that.
And I know what it is.
But Jordan, though, look at him. He's not even up to feudal yet.
Nah.
He's got 200, 300 food.
That's just Jordan.
What are you
What's
doing,
he
Jordan?
doing?
What are you doing,
Has
Jordan?
he got too many? Oh, okay. It looks like he's got too many on wood.
Yeah, not enough on like berries and shawfish,
Mhm.
maybe. Or not
I
enough
don't know
fish?
what. Maybe
I don't know,
the
man.
thing is, Jordan just. I feel like he's maybe not the most experienced with these sort of weird maps, and when it comes to doing these sort of weird build orders, I don't know. I feel like he probably doesn't get that much time to practice either.
Right.
You know, I
Well-
know he's busy. He's got a lot going on in life.
And he might not have even expected to have to play this, right?
Yeah, you never
'Cause
know.
You never really know when Dowd's partner's gonna, suddenly go into labour, right?
Pop.
Yeah.
I think that's the
exactly.
word you're
That's
looking for.
That was the word.
But yeah, Max is definitely coming forward there, and I don't think he's been scouted. So
No, he is not.
no, very unlikely.
way.
Oh no, he
Oh,
has.
Wow, I did not.
Okay,
expect that.
wow, that's lucky.
Well, I guess to be fair, there's nothing Jordan can do about it. So
Well, no, not until he reaches fuel
Yeah.
at least.
it's like, well, whatever. Let's just get all my villagers off this island pretty quickly.
Now let's see if they do the thing where they all build a tower next to their dock, because that seems to be the meta as well. Hello,
4 forward on this side.
Tato doesn't want to lose. This
Oh
is the
no,
thing.
he does not. And on the other side, Rubenstock's going for double docks.
Oof, double docks.
No tower yet, but he's got space. He could build one if he wants to.
Unbelievable.
Viper's going for the 1 dock as well.
How do you double dock?
It's technically a triple dock, though. You've got one at home, which you're going to need to use at some point to defend.
He's docking with Viper there, and he's docking over on that left side as well.
Yeah, it's
That truly is a double dock.
And we see the Max doing the same thing. He's got the double dock happening. But let's say he's only got a single dock and no watchtower for him. And Tato, no watchtower either. Huh. Very strange. Like,
well, I mean, the watchtower is interesting because I think it can be really good if you're backed up towards your dock. You can keep your villager safe and you can keep your ships safe while you repair them. But obviously, without the tower, that's not an option. So
well, I think the best bit of the tower is simply that they can't kill your docks easily. Ever.
no, that too.
Like even if you're not really making many boats, they're just gonna passively be taking damage from the tower constantly. It harasses these fish if they come nearby.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it seems like a really good idea.
Looks like Rubenstock's losing against Viper on that left
Oh
side.
yeah, this side's not looking too good. He might snipe this transport ship though.
Get it.
Viper, I think that's gonna go
Get
down.
it.
Maybe he can repair it quickly enough.
21 HP, Rubenstock, get it.
Can he get it? There's a
He's
demo.
got it. He's
Oh
got it.
yes, he's got it. And there's a demo as well. Maybe getting a shot off.
That's nice. How many villagers is Viper now going to have hostage?
5 in this TC.
At
Which is gonna keep
least.
growing, growing, and growing. Well, look at the amount of food that Viper has. He might just say, "Screw it, I'm just gonna go straight for Castle Age. Just
Yeah.
stop making bills and just go up."
I wish you could delete your villagers and get a rebate.
Oh, but okay. Tato is going for the tower play. The problem is that he's already lost water, so
Yeah.
I guess it stops him from losing even more. But it's not really ideal situation for him at this point. But he's kicking
Tato's
off that
good.
first one pretty
It's
good. That galley needs to get in here. And Valese only got the one other fire galley nearby. And look at this, Valese. Where's your micro, man?
It doesn't exist.
Does it not exist?
He
at
should
the
take
moment?
a lesson or two from Hera.
Or maybe he's busy microing over on this side. Could
Yeah,
be
maybe.
the case.
Maybe.
And it seems the Max possibly losing his fight against
It's not looking good for
Jordan.
Suomi at the moment on the water,
No,
but there
this
is the
though,
sneak. That's nice.
That could come back later in the game. Maybe they learnt something from their game on clearing against
What about
Heresy.
Suomi's lakes? How are they looking? Max's lake's fine, obviously. What about
this
Ruben's
one's
stock?
Valesse's still contested. Max is
Max is
totally fine. Ruben's stock
He's
is
winning here.
clean.
So it's
pretty
not
well.
so bad for them. I mean, it's like they aren't winning on their side, but it's not like Secret are winning on the other side either.
Right.
So it's not
sort
so
of
bad.
all even. This is sort of like the closest contention out there. But Valesse's doubling down. He's going in for a second dock and even a little stray tower here to deny this gold. He's got at least 1 or 2 vills here from Tato, which is pretty nice. Vill counts though. Valesse's team, sorry, Suomi's team, 4 vills ahead, ever so slightly.
Pretty good.
And 4 extra fish too, so they're going to
Actually doing fine.
start to creep ahead, it seems.
Just a little bit. Oh, Jordan!
There's only 1 villager, it's okay. But
Bam!
it goes down. It goes down. There's a villager, a transport ship, and a fire galley getting blown up by that demo right there.
I love it. That's awesome. Good job, Max.
That was good timing.
Good job, Max. And that's going to be some more stranded villies.
Yep, for a while.
The TC. Lovely stuff. Yeah, you know, it's giving me an idea. Like, there should be some kind of cannibalistic sieve that can sacrifice their... Why don't the Aztecs have this, right? Why can't the Aztecs sacrifice their villagers and eat them for food? Just imagine how meta-shifting that would be.
So you make a villager for 50 food, and then you sacrifice them for 100?
No. Well, I don't know how much exactly, but, like, you...
Well, it'd have to be
think
more
about
than 50,
the possibilities.
Right?
No, not necessarily. Because they could be really quick gathering food, right? Like, you could delay farms. I don't know, man. You fatten them up a bit. The ones that work on the farms slowly get a bit fatter, and then you eat them later. I think it could be an interesting dynamic.
I don't know. I feel like if it was only 50 food, then that's a huge loss. You pay 50 food for the bill, and then you get 50 back
Yeah, you're
later.
right. It would be.
Zach, is this getting really messed up? Yeah.
I'm spitballing. I'm trying to come up with new... You know, every single day I go on the AoE 2 subreddit, and someone's made another Civ suggestion thread. It's my turn. I want my opportunity.
Gotcha. I understand now. You want your moment of fame on Reddit.
Yeah. I'll write it up at some point. I have time right now.
But at the moment, though, Viper is cleaning up his pond. He is securing himself from Ruben's stock. He might lose another transport ship, but he's doing his best. He can maybe use these fishing ships to block the fires. No, not doing that. Maybe still going to lose the transport.
How many vills in the CC?
There is...
He's got some out.
2 over there building a house.
Okay, he's got some out. That's good.
A villager can maybe repair it.
Viper should be fine. He won't lose the transport here.
And he's doubling down. He's got the second dock in Rubenstock's pond, but Rubenstock also having to respond by adding in the second dock of his own. But they are securing that. Max, though, look at him go. He's up to Castle Age. He's dropping fish traps. He is so secure on the water. He's like, screw it. I'm just going to keep making fish. Going to keep making fish traps. Get my eco super solid.
Yeah, that's a Max style play right there.
Look at this. The sneak
Knights
stable
from the back.
Sneak blacksmith as well.
Oh, of course.
Oh boy.
And let's just look at Jordan's eco. See how open it is at the back. Yep.
Totally open.
He's
totally open.
He's messed up if Max goes
over
in there. That's going to be quite big, actually, for...
Ooh, Demo trying to get some vills, but Jordan paying attention backs away. And now we have Valesse as well up to the Castle Age.
Yeah. In the chat, Sabios is asking if AoE 2DE developers like Cision will be at the ECL LAN final. It's very likely, yes. Cision will come if he can, as will others from the FE team. So they will be here. I'm sure at least one of them will be here, and hopefully more.
Well, Turkman will be coming. 100%.
Turk's 100% coming. We're paying for him to come as a caster, so...
He is the community manager for Forgotten Empire, so I guess he kind of somewhat counts.
He's double dipping on duties, but it's fine, because I'm excited to see him again and have him casting the finals. And yeah, there should... Cision, I'm sure Cision will come. He'll find a way.
Of course he will. He knows how important.
And we may have some DE stuff, related stuff at the LAN too. Maybe, just maybe.
Maybe we'll see what we can work out.
Yeah.
Rubenstock and Viper up to... Everybody's up to Castle Age so far except for Tato. The Tato's fallen... He's got no food as well in the bank. He's not going to be up for a long, long time. He's just been really hard pressed here by Valesse, it seems. Totally denying, free access to resources for himself. He's forced to build a defensive tower on his starting island, which is not ideal. And now you know, as soon as Valese hits Castle Age, he keeps massing up his boats. He gets War Galley. It's kind of a instant win, I feel, for Valese if he can get the Castle Age upgrade in. But no, maybe if he goes all in here and just loses them all, it might go back the other way.
Just maybe. Yeah, it looks like you might. That's quite a lot of ships there from Tati. But
Not
in the
the
back,
best demo.
it looks like the Knights are getting ready to come
Starting to mass them up. Not really too many upgrades at the moment. I don't think you should go in with 2 Knights. Oh, well, I said
he's already in with 2 Knights. So 4 Knights. But he's going to start killing some vills pretty quick. Jordan with the quick walls.
Oh,
big plays from the J-Man. And he's going to be safe there. The right side of his base will start to get walled up too. But now, look at this.
Look at that.
I mean,
that's close. Imagine if like Max was 10 seconds earlier, they'd all be dead.
So much potential here.
Maybe he can deny this TC or that TC. Maybe. Wow.
Narek is asking what the prize money for the land final is.
It's $8,800 split between the teams.
8,800. That's not bad.
Or 8,400. It's something
plus
like
the
that.
flights and accommodation
Plus
paid.
that, exactly.
And food and drink. So you're not going to turn that one down.
Oh no. Plus, you know, just the chance to come to another Age of Empires meeting.
I mean, they'd probably come for free if they
if they were paid
if they were paid their flights and accommodation.
But Viper's TC getting denied here, losing I think 3 or 4 villages there, which I can't really see behind the buildings. The Knights are continuing to run around trying to find anything they can get. Oh, not getting the wall up in time. These farmers, a couple of them might die now. Off the stone. Viper's just not having a happy time at the moment with the Max raiding him like this. Rubenstock, though, what's he transitioning into? It seems to just be full boom. 2 TCs coming up on the outside. And over here, as expected, Valese with the War Galley upgrade starting to clean up Tato's Pond.
Yep, looks like we are going to see Team Suomi pulling ahead a little bit here.
10
They've got
ahead.
A good solid Vil advantage and a military advantage as well, with Max being able to do so much in the back. Even if he's not killing villagers, he's idling them, and he's giving Team Secret something serious to worry about, something to deal with.
Constantly.
Look
Always
at this.
running around.
Look at this. So many villas under here idle right now. Max,
he's fully garrisoned.
Max could be killing him. I mean, he's not, but he could be. Obviously, attacking the farm is not the best thing.
That is fully walled. Yeah, like all these villages, they were working over here. Not anymore. They've had to all run down this way. So much idle time, as you're saying.
It's a mess.
And, like, Tato's now finally up to Castle Age, but it's not
late,
looking
isn't
good.
it? Has there been any sling? Nothing.
Nope, none at all.
So Tato gone from MVP to LVP in one game.
Yeah, basically.
How do you manage
sometimes that just happens, right?
It happens, yeah, it does happen.
I mean, unlucky start, or someone does something a little bit unexpected. Like, he's still somewhat contesting this pond. He's still making boats. He's got the double towers here as well, securing this space. But I feel like at this stage, Valese is just like booming away. Like, he's got 4th TC coming up. I think he might still be using this TC. Maybe not. Not sure. But he's just going to boom ahead because he's so far ahead of Tato. He doesn't need to worry about him, right? He can't possibly hurt him back. And Max is constantly raiding Viper over here. At some point, oh boy, yeah, there's a forward siege workshop coming in.
Well, is it a forward or is it a backward?
I guess it's a fair point. It is a backwards siege workshop. That is a good shout. But, a couple of rams or mangonels plus all these knights keep pushing in.
Max is having the game of his life. 31 kills, 16 deaths. He's making up for last game.
He's going from LVP to MVP.
Exactly.
Yeah, the
shoe is on the other foot.
Exactly.
As I like to say.
So it is.
Yeah, it's an interesting development. Obviously, Suomi here pulling themselves up by their bootstraps and getting things done in this match.
Rubenstock is booming as well. Got a couple of monks roaming around, possibly coming forwards with those. Yeah, really, Max seems to be the only one who's actively doing anything on the map at the moment.
Is Jordan coming over to steal Viper's relic? In his base, he's got a monk right there. Is he just going into the transport ship? No, he's walking. Where's he going? Is he seriously going for that relic?
I guess so. Like, you may as well make the monk.
God, he's so greedy.
Yeah, why not, man? Oh, monastery as well. Get that relic for the Max. Pretty nice. And Jordan has found out. He's discovered where the forward is. But Max continuing to dive in here. And by the way, Max has the most villages in the game. and he's being the most active.
He was just getting warmed up last game.
Oh yeah.
This time, his fingers are toasty. His arms are like stretched out.
He's not going for that relic. Maybe he's going for this relic, and there's no gates anywhere.
That makes sense.
So he has to walk all the way through the hole in Viper's wall. That could be what's happening. I'm pretty sure these games were played at about 8 GMT in the morning.
Oh, really?
A pretty horrible time.
That's early.
Maybe, his fingers were a little bit cold, a little bit chilly in the mornings.
I know it's summer, but he still lives in Finland, and it's not the warmest place in the morning in Finland
exactly.
in summertime.
Exactly. But, it looks like Tato is actually possibly taking back Valesse's pond. He has won his pond, but Valesse is, 15 villages ahead.
Yeah, it's huge.
Still no sling happening.
Tato's struggling here. Normally, Tato is the bringer of chaos, as I like to call him.
Now the Max, though, coming back to Jordan's side, there's a couple of monks and knights here. Not really enough to defend this, I think.
He'll kill the monks quickly, focus them. He got one conversion.
Not really enough.
And then that's it. I mean, the Navy's just there on the shoreline, like,
come a bit closer,
what are we going to do?
Yeah.
We can't help you. Sorry. If only I made galleys, they could have ranged those knights.
2 galleys that could maybe be useful. And, like, Portuguese pikemen, is that really what you want to be making in the Castle Age? Not really. And there's Mangonel and some monks as well. Oh, yes. Let's see it. Let's see it. Get a little zoom on that. Oh boy. 2 down.
That's like a top shelf magazine cover right there.
Feels bad, man. Those monks were just destroyed. Destroyed.
Very good stuff. Viper there, tail between its legs, running away back to the TC.
Rubenstock up to the Imperial Age. Walling up as well. They've got a trade line mostly secured. He's building his first military building of the game, other than the monastery, it seems. What's he going to go for? He's forward monks as well. Converting fishing ships, because...
why not?
Why not?
That's funny.
That's so stupid.
That's such a triggering thing, like, to have
you hear like, conversion sound just going. Oh my god. Oh, crazy.
That's so good. I love it. But looks like Max is going to bring it home for his team at the moment. Jordan now at the moment switching into pikes. Come on.
Not you want to be seeing. Oh man, more stables. It seems Max going to click up to Imperial Age. He's got the resources. Probably just waiting for a university somewhere, is what I would guess. Oh, his buildings. He has to be. Oh wait, he's got 2 buildings. Why is he not up yet? Come on, bro, Max. Look at your resources. Whoops, didn't mean to click. Alright, but Max will be up in just a second. He's going to get Cavaliers at some stage. Jordan, fully invested into these defensive pikemen, not going imp anytime soon. Max is, 15 bills ahead of the closest player, who's his teammate. 25 bills ahead of the closest enemy. Huge advantage for Team Suomi now. Look at that, 70 bills almost. 65 bills lead, that's insane.
Yeah, Viper's going up to Imp, but Rubenstock is quite far ahead on him.
And Valesse as well. So we're going to have 2 Imperials versus 1 plus Max, which is mass army. Almost going Imp as well.
This is looking like Jordan's going to lose quite a bit to Max. I mean, I know he's got a lot of pikes, but Max there has got the Mangonel. Get some shots off, got to get some conversions in there.
And just healing his knights as well could be useful. Oh, yeah. That was a pretty good shot.
Big shots.
Converting some knights, converting a pikeman too.
Well,
here comes the Viper.
Here we go. Do you have atonement? Can you convert the monks?
I don't think that would be his priority,
look at this
right?
as well. He's
go
killing
knights,
this,
right?
even with the knights. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
Pikeman, whatever.
Castle Age pikemen against full knights is really not good unless you way outnumber them.
Well, it's the same with Paladin versus Hal, but it's just a much more population efficient unit.
Right. Like 1v1, they're still a fine unit. Like they'll win the 1v1s, and when you have more numbers, you just dominate them.
It's not cost effective by any means, but it's it's a win.
Yep.
And cost effectiveness doesn't matter if you win the game before resources become a problem.
Yep. And here we see Arbs coming in, raiding the Viper's farms, maybe even raiding his fishing ships as well.
Arbalest. Love it.
That's it.
Exactly.
And then Valesse is going to have Arbs as well. And also, they've walled off this corner.
Yeah.
So Suomi has 3 corners of this map at the moment. He has lost his pond completely, but, who cares? And
Secret are out. That's it right
GG
there.
for the Viper.
Well played. Max, seriously. Max
turned
doing
it around
so well. I mean, look at that KD, 92 to 45 at the end. Even after Jordan made so many pikes, it just didn't work out. I don't know if maybe he was missing upgrades on those pikes because it looked like he had a good number. But that was a great play from Max. And really, with Rubenstock going up to Imp, that just sort of sealed the deal. He didn't even really have the opportunity to do any damage, but the fact that he was Imp and was coming in with Arb, the potential damage that he was able to do was more than enough to give the GG there. And obviously Secret now losing game 2, making the scoreline 1-1.
1-1.
And we'll go to game 3. Well played to Suomi. Very good game.
Yeah. Jordan's pikemen, I think they were just missing the final, like the second attack upgrade, which really isn't that important.
No, it's not.
So it's not like upgrades or anything were a problem. It's just
the Mangonel from Max probably did a lot of work.
Max did a lot of work, and just simply there was more knights than pikemen at any time, really.
Yeah, I mean maybe the thing here is Max's pocket wasn't flank like last game.
Yeah, right. Max pocket means they win. Max flank, not good.
Right. Let's see if that theory holds true for game 3 because Frisia's a bit more of a mad map.
It goes a bit of every way.
Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those maps which can get a bit chaotic. We'll see how it goes. If I remember correctly, Suomi like to try and play for the water control in the middle with demos and stuff. But we'll see if they do that here.
I think you kind of want to do that all the time. Like, I think one player in your team should definitely go for water, simply because there's so much fish out here. There's all these extra islands, the golden stone, which is really useful for late game with more resources. Yeah. Someone has to go for water at some point.
At some point, absolutely. And demos, obviously being available in the feudal age, are just so strong. Yeah. You get that upgrade in Castle, and that just sort of seems to be the new thing, right? Ever since HD came out, you never used to see that, really. Demo ships.
Yeah, it was very much a weird thing, right? Like when Tato started to do it occasionally, everyone's like, what? Yeah. That's cool.
It was new. Yeah. Now it's almost annoying.
Yeah, it's like, demos again.
Especially on those, mangrove shallows maps.
Like Bog Islands that we had in like East Asia and Southeast Asia.
Just awful. It's too much for me.
Yeah, it gets a
little. That's how you know you're getting old.
I think it's nice occasionally, right? You get a little bit of variety, and sometimes you get to see some different play styles.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll go through the players quickly.
Go ahead.
Get everyone involved. Here we have the Max, not in pocket, unfortunately. Here's Mongol flank on this western corner. Then we have Zupi switching in, it seems, for Rubenstock, coming in, playing in the blue as the Portuguese. And then slightly to his east, we have Valese playing here in the green as the Vikings. For Team Secret, in the northeast of their map, we have the Viper playing as the Vikings. Secret Tasso in the red as the Mongols, and then finally Jordan 23 again as the Berbers.
Okay, so they're bringing out the Berbers here, and obviously Suomi going for the Portuguese. Looks like Suomi may have a bit more of an intention to play for the water. I mean, the Berbers are just fine on the water.
All 6 of these civs, I guess there's 4 different civs, are all really good on water. Right?
Yeah.
They've all got bonuses that directly affect how they play on water.
But would you say the Portuguese were better on the water than the Berbers?
Yes,
probably.
The Berbers are still good.
Yeah, right? The Berbers would be better on land.
Moving boats, is still pretty useful.
Yeah, and the fact that you've got Berbers here and your opponent's gone for Mongols, that's a happy days right there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Once you get to that extreme late game, adding in some
happy days. Camel Archers.
Back in a bit. Yeah, Camel Archers pretty nice. And even just in Castle Age, mass knights, mass camels.
Yep.
It's really good with that cheaper stable bonus, which is really great. Yeah. Really love them.
I do like the combo for Team Secret better here, but Jordan 23 is the Berber player. He's not been the strongest player in the series so far.
That's true.
But we'll see what he can do. I mean, this map doesn't have standard resources. It's quite a big deer patch.
It's Scandi style resources. There's no berries, but you get 8 deer and 3 boar. We're not going to see anything like the previous game of Secret versus SY, where the Mongol player has 5 boars and 16 deer. We're not going that crazy here. Tato, it seems, is going to stick with just his own resources. He might take one of the Viper's boars, maybe, if he's feeling generous. But we're not going to see any laming attempts, it seems.
Yeah. But this is an opportunity for Jordan to set himself apart. Obviously, he's on a unique civ here. We'll see what he can do. And on the flank as well. I mean, he played pocket for both of the last 2 games.
That's true.
So if he can bring it to Max, who's the Mongols here, could do really well if he does get those castles up. But yeah, we'll see how it develops. Obviously, there is a lot of water on this map, and it looks like Max and Jordan are the best sort of positioned to take it as well. Their corners have the best fishing available.
Yeah, the corners are always the best. And I feel like, really, like if you're like the pockety sort of fish player, like in this case the Viper, or up here, but let's say you really want to try to fish boom as much as possible. Because you've got an ally here who can defend your fish, essentially, right? Like, if you want to come attack Valese, you have to come through Zubi. So if Zubi makes, you know, X number of boats to defend this narrow
area,
like even here, like
just
this narrow
that
point.
choke point. That's all he needs. Yeah,
like that's secured, and then Valese is just free to fish away in peace. Get that fish boom rolling. Be super secure there.
Yeah. So why do players not use trade cogs rather than, you know, trade carts? The reason is mostly because the trade cogs are a lot more bumpy. Like, they don't path as well because they have to go along the land, and they end up bumping into each other and they delay each other a lot. Whereas trade carts don't really have that problem so much
because you can spread out the markets.
You can
have like 6 markets across, and then they're all, you know, 6 lines of trade carts. So there's much less bumping.
Yeah.
I've experimented a little bit on some maps, and like trade cogs can work if there's only one player doing it, and then the other 2 players do land trade.
Right.
So then that's
reasonable.
You know, you don't have 100 trade cogs going. There's just like 30 or 40 of them. There's a lot less bumping. Like, especially on this map, I think you could do it like 2 or 3 docks there, and then like 2 or 3 docks down there. It'll kind of work. It's a roughly straight line.
As long as you don't have too many, that's the key thing.
And then everybody else has to delete all of their docks and fish, and everything else that's along this line so they don't get in the way.
Exactly.
But it can work if you've won water.
And it's so easy to get raided as well. Like, fishing military ships, like, you know, galleons, are they take so much longer to take down. They could kill a lot of trade cogs
for sure.
a lot quicker than a group of archers could in the back. They can get cleaned up a lot faster. So it's also riskier in that respect.
And also the risky thing is, like, these trade cogs can be killed by archers as well, or even knights because of all these shallows. So on this map, they sort of get the worst of all worlds because they get attacked by everything.
We've seen Suomi make trade cogs in a couple of games, but
we saw it on like Eldorado, for instance, where there was this sort of a map where there's like a long straight water along the back, which kind of worked out for them, gave them some advantages. But okay, all the players, they're starting to, you know, hit the feudal age at the 10-minute mark. Jordan has got quite a few fish here. He's got 6 fish popping out. Otherwise, no military buildings, it seems. So maybe he's just going to fight for water, drop another dock somewhere. Very slow up to feudal age, though.
Yep.
Maybe just like
he's been a bit slow in general.
FC, maybe? He's got a lot of vills.
Yeah, I mean, he does have more vills than anyone else, so he's been quite greedy there.
Straight FC for him. Max, I would assume that he's going for scouts, but it seems that he's playing water control as the Mongols, which I guess is fine.
He's walled up.
It works. Yeah, he's walled and safe. And then over here, Valese is playing archers and Portuguese scouts into knights. I feel like these civ compositions are just so messed up. Like, Vikings, you want them to be going water. You want Portuguese to be making archers. And then Mongols probably making cav. I'm just like, everything's backwards. Everything's messed up here.
Oh, and
the gate is safe. It's like, because Zupi's so far behind Tato on just numbers, right? 5 military to 6. Tato already has +1 attack, just like he did last game. Also, last series.
We see more spearmen out already.
Yeah, right. Like,
2.
I would be panicking. Like, if you see your opponent already has +1 attack, and he's, you know, Mongols on a hunt-heavy map, like, I'd be doing everything possible to secure myself and defend.
For sure. I mean, he is doing a good job of walling in his villagers, and Tato's not exactly killed anything yet. In fact, nobody's killed anything yet. Viper just lost the first unit. And it was to the Max.
I guess a galley? This galley right here then.
I mean, a ship.
Yeah, fishing ship. That's the word we're going for. The fishing ships are dying.
Sogom, what do you mean by smart pings? What does that mean? What is a smart ping? It's an X the map, but in a really smart way. I have no idea.
I'm going. It's like the different pings have different. Like,
you mean like in Dota 2? That's cool. Yeah, you can like in Dota 2 you can do different things with the pings. You can do like hold shift and it changes the ping
to like a different type to represent a different thing.
Yup.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, and League of Legends does do it as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that idea. And then it can leave like your teammates can leave markers on the map. So you could do like you hold shift and then you have like a dial on your screen, and whichever way you release it with the mouse, you get a different ping.
Right.
And then you could have like a flag which you put on the map, and it stays there for a little while to indicate where you're going, and all your allies can see it on the map.
And
like
it stays there for like 10, 15 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, like and it's like I'm going here. That's really cool.
Yeah, or just be in voice chat.
Sogom, Effie should hire you.
Yeah,
just,
you're an ideas man.
Get on it.
And it seems that Jordan actually is playing water, but with only 2 docks and incredibly slowly. No slinging whatsoever. He's got so much food in the bank. Like, why does he have so much food in the bank if he's playing water?
Food in the bank. Gonna go up to the castle age, perhaps.
Wall, walling out the wall, walling out the scout, and then he gets in here, finishes.
Strong.
3
Good
HP
job,
villager.
Geordie.
What a hero.
He is a hero, and he's pushing Max back a little bit too.
That's a forward dock from Max.
It is.
Very forward.
Max has a lot of galleys. He opened with galleys here.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a mistake.
Does he even have fletching?
He does.
Okay, that's fine.
I guess it's kind of working out. Like, I don't really want to criticize him when it seems to be working, but I feel like normally you want to make 4, 5, 6 fire galleys and then make the switch. But this is working out, so never mind me. And we can see this huge Vil advantage for Suomi here. Sorry, fishing advantage. 17 fish to only 8.
That's pretty good.
And all 8 of those are basically Jordan's down here. He's got 6 of them, and there's I think just 2 random stray ones.
Yeah,
for the Viper.
Zuppy's done. Max has done a very good job of taking out the water there. But on the other side, that land army is pretty good. I mean, to be honest though, Zuppy's closed the gap a little bit. He's got 12 military against Tato's 7. So obviously a couple of spearmen, but a good number of scouts too.
Yep. He's getting bloodlines. Level it out. He's
and Veles is equal to Viper in archers. So they're actually, if they have a good fight on a hill here, they'll come out ahead of Secret.
And it looks like Veles is getting pretty close to going Castle Age as well. 600 food in the bank. He drops off these deer. He's basically got the food he needs to go up. 700. Just skip the next villager. Idle for a couple of seconds and it'll be up. Good tower from Zuppy, defending his gold. Definitely needs that. Needs to be a little bit careful of these villagers over here, though. Viper going to get, I think, at least that 1 injured villager. 100% out instead. Maybe get an archer too. Oh! Jukes!
1 HP.
Jukes on 2
HP, okay.
Getting away. And now I think this could be brilliant. Suomi gets in here, traps these archers with these 2 players' army.
Get in there.
This could be great. Where's that villager going?
Get the trap.
Like I mentioned, if a villager was out here just building a gate, it'd be so good.
That would have been awesome.
And where's Tato? Tato's running around this way. It doesn't look like there's any way into Max's base.
Max is fine, I think.
Yeah.
And there you go. Zuppy catching up. He's going right in there.
That's perfect.
Lovely stuff.
Oh, that is great.
And then Vilesa can come in from the back and just boop off any of those archers. And that's a clean up. Look at that.
Look at the KD.
Oh, Viper.
Oh,
ouch.
27 to 7 for the team.
That's awesome.
The max is 13-0, by the way.
Whoa, are you kidding me?
On water, 13-0.
He dominated Jordan there, and Jordan's about to go castle.
Where's Jordan? Jordan's got a couple of them up here, though. Okay, so Max, a minute slower than Jordan. He sort of needs to pick off these last 2 fire galleys, thin down the numbers as much as possible before Castle Age.
That was sick. Yep.
Oh no, Max.
Max is going to lose a unit.
Oh no!
Keeps it alive.
Yes!
14-0, let's go.
The man with the dream.
Honestly, I mean, just... oh no, that's not him. That's Zuppy.
That's Zuppy.
That's fine. Sorry, Zuppy. But, yeah, I think that's amazing. If oh, no, he's lost 2 units now. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh,
but either way, I mean, keeping a great KD like that is fantastic. And it's going to continue to allow you to stay ahead for the rest of the game, too.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And it looks like he's pretty much fully cleaned up these players on water. Like, your Viking player isn't even really thinking of water control at all. He's full...
Sling?
Massing crossbows at this stage, right?
Is he going to switch to sling? No.
I don't think
just
Viper would
crossbow.
sling, right?
No.
That would be a strange, strange day.
True that.
When you see the Viper slinging. Like,
it's beneath him.
Yeah, essentially. That's kind of what it feels like. Oh, man. But Jordan, though, with these upgraded fire ships harassing everybody's fishing eco, he's going to come in here and clean up the last of Max's fish, it seems.
Yeah, Jordan's not done too badly. I mean, now he's up to Castle, he can do more.
Yeah, but he's not that much faster than the Max, considering how much slower he was to Feudal Age, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It feels like he's sort of tried to play really greedily, and then it hasn't really worked out in his favor. But Max's War Galleys are in the wrong position to deal with Jordan's War Galleys. And I think the big problem for Max is, like, he has 2 docks here, and he's got another dock over here. And then, right, there's another one down here, right?
It's a big gap
They're
between
all
them.
over the place. He can't easily mass up his army. But he's doing his best. He can maybe range some of these villages as well.
What's happening on the front between Valessa? Okay, never mind.
Not much on that side. Over
Oh,
here,
there you
there's
go.
a big fight. Vipers, they've cleaned up all of Valesse's crossbows before he really got any numbers.
The counter clean, Robo. Look at that. It's gone back the other way. 40 to 41 KD now.
That's
Light cav upgrade coming in
huge
for
switch.
Tato.
Yeah, Tato getting up to castle a little bit
Big upgrade.
fast. Oh, much faster than Zuppy, getting a couple of knights out, getting those key upgrades, plus 2 armor and light cav, cleaning
Wow.
up there.
That was very good. Obviously, Secret striking back, equalizing things out, and things are neck and neck once again.
Yeah.
At the moment, villager count and military counts are very even.
Basically,
We'll just see what they can get done with their warships here.
it's pretty much dead even all over the board. The problem here, I feel like Max is just constantly in the wrong position with his boats. Like, I feel bad like criticizing him because he's trying to make plays, which is good, but he's going in
Maybe
the
you
wrong
can kill a
position.
dock here. Just do that. It's not the best, but it's something.
Yeah, but if he loses a dock at the same time, it doesn't
that's
really
true. You just
gain
trade
anything.
1 for 1.
Yeah. Like maybe even gets 1 or 2 bills. It's not great. He does have the 3 TCs being placed though. So he's got 3 TCs up and going, getting his eco booming as it were. Jordan's still only on the 2 TCs. But he is ahead on villagers compared to the Max. 6 more bills. And no wheelbarrow for either player. Kind of strange, I think. Oh no. Max. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad.
Max, good.
We've got Tasso
Doubled.
and Viper and
There's a
Jordan.
hole on the wood line as well, I think.
Up the top there? Yeah,
No,
that
no,
is.
there.
Oh, just been over the top. Now the
Right
crossbows
there.
can get into.
Yeah, that's a lot of dead bills for Max. And
Not nice. Not nice at all.
things started quite well for him, but now it's really gone back the other
Yeah,
way.
oh,
the wood
no.
line at the top.
Woodline losing villages completely
Yeesh.
idle. This woodline losing villages completely idle.
Isn't it amazing how things can go from being like 12 to 0 to 15 to 28 and
Yeah.
looking like you're nearly dead
Yeah.
just so
in
quickly?
the space of, not even 5 minutes.
I love how quickly things can turn around in team games. And wow, 3v3 is so dynamic.
Get in the TC, please. You're dying, Bills. Oh, man.
He has just been gutted out. 23 vills remain. Less than half of anyone else in the game here.
A second ago, I was saying he's only got 40 villages. That's a problem. And now he's got only 23 vills. Oh.
Getting absolutely dominated, tripled there. And I feel like it's a wasted opportunity for Suomi not to try and do the same here to Jordan. Both Jordan and Max have a target painted on their backs, being separated from the rest of the team.
Yeah, not making their own military on land to defend
Exactly.
themselves.
And it is a huge target. And Secret recognizing that, getting a huge payday at Max's base. And Max might redeem himself here a little bit with the small victory on water,
so
perhaps.
many more boats, though. He's not going to win this.
Yeah, Zuppy's there with light cap.
Zuppy's trying to help out, but really the light cap aren't very useful anymore. They're really good like that early, first minute or 2 of Castle Age, before Mass Knights start coming out, before there's 30 crossbows with ballistics and all the upgrades needed. But here they're just gonna keep roaming around, try to pick off bills here and there. Like really, Tato does not care if this army dies, under a TC killing bills, because there's 2 knights and the rest of it's just a bunch of light cav that are mostly useless.
It's not too bad.
But I think all this army will get cleaned up though. Valesse is trying to swing around the back, trap them in here.
Zuppy's actually falling behind in vills as well right now,
Oh yeah.
which is a bit worrying.
All these war galleys picking up bills too.
So it's looking very solid for Secret here. Suomi, what can they do to bring this back? Well, Max needs to get back up on his feet, but it's going to be really difficult for them to protect him. If they lose this fight here, which I don't think they will, they looks like they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But if they do lose a fight on the land, then they could be in a lot of trouble. Valesse is doing really well, though. He's got a lot of villagers. He's got the most military as well, but does have to use them well.
Yeah, it's just like the bill counts, like for all of Secret, it's pretty consistent. Like everyone's got, within 10 bills difference. Whereas Suomi, Valesse has 64 and Max has exactly half of that with 32.
Yeah.
It's like there's too much of a difference between the players this game.
Valese is the hope here. I mean, he's going up to Imp right now.
That's true. That's true.
And he's got good upgrades as well. So he's in a great position. I think if he can get up quickly and start to strike back with Arbalest, do some fast damage, maybe get some rams out too.
I think his big thing would be clean up Viper's army before he himself gets Arbalest.
They could turn this
and
around.
They could start to make a big pushback, because he does have a huge military, right? He has 44 crossbows. Viper only has 21.
Yeah.
So he has chances.
That's the thing, right? Like, the potential damage you can do in Imperial is much higher than the potential damage you can do in Castle. So if Valesa can hit hard and fast, then they can do more than enough damage to compensate for Max's sort of loss of villas earlier on. They're going to push forward now. This is a big army, but
he's
got to be careful not to get caught out.
I would want to wait for Imperial Age when you're this close to going up.
Yeah, right.
You're a minute away
you
from
run into a Mangonel, lose half your army, rip you.
Or like you forget to patrol and you walk into 20 knights.
Yeah.
Or you walk into
okay.
war galleys.
Yeah, I didn't consider that actually.
Or a
Jordan
demo or something
over.
like that could be an option.
Yeah, there's so many things that can go wrong here.
Do you want to take this fight against war galleys and crossbows?
There's so many things that can go wrong, Robe. And this is good because they've identified, I think, that Valesa is going to make a play, and they've brought Jordan all the way over. So all three players on Secret are good. But this could be an opportunity to try and raid Jordan. The problem is the army is very slow, and it's on the other side of the map. So Jordan's safe right
Jordan's
now.
Jordan's mostly walled. Like, yeah, there's a couple of stray holes and stuff, but he's got TCs to defend most of his eco if he needs to. He can always, back up to another side of his base if he needs to.
Well, my main point really is there's no military to do anything to him.
Yes, exactly.
It's all in the wrong place. But Viper's coming across. This could be good for Suomi. As Tato and Viper stray from the safety of net of those galleys. Imperial is in.
If I was Viper, I'd be like, oh, shit, run, back off, back off, back off.
He's doing just that, but Valese trying to fight with what he can. He's got to walk a very thin line here. He can't get too close to these galleys.
No, he cannot.
So they're zoning him out and giving Viper a means to escape.
The thing here is, like, Valese's, like, we were pinning the Suomi's hopes on Valese getting imp fast, dealing a ton of damage. But if Jordan is just, patrolling this waterline with war galleys so that Valese can't deal any damage, well,
that's great.
They can't do anything.
And Max is hardly threatening Jordan because he's got no eco and no military to do so.
Oh, yeah.
And Viper's now imp as well. Jordan going up. And Cap Ram from Valese coming in. But, yeah, Viper is going to be up to Arbalest Bracer very soon, and they'll be absolutely fine. Obviously, now at this point, like, Valese has to do something. He can't just sit here all day with his Arbalest. He's going to opt to take the fight against the war galleys. And this is such a cost-effective trade.
Has demos in
Jordan.
this dock though.
Oh, this is a trademark Tato.
Yeah, it's
move.
like when they're not expecting it, you back off, and then the demos just run out and explode.
Here we go. He's stepping onto the shallows. This is it. This is the time. No, he's backing up.
Oh, they're out.
They're out.
They're out. He doesn't want to reveal it too soon, I think.
No, he's got to be very careful. Where's he going?
I don't know. I want to keep an eye on what's happening up here.
Do I see a
Castle, that's nice.
They are Tatos.
They are Tatos,
of course they are. He's got two more coming.
Yep.
This could be it.
They could be coming pretty soon.
Bait them over.
Bait them over. Oh, there's a nice little hill as well for Viper to sit on here. The Rams are doing a good job tanking. But
they're coming. They've got it. They're coming. They've got to be coming. Yeah, there they are.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Zoom in a little bit.
Well, hold on. We'll wait for the demos, though. We'll keep the overview of what's happening.
They're all on the shallows. This is the perfect opportunity to... Oh, roll out. Roll out.
Roll out.
He's got to focus him down. Well played.
Oh.
Well played by Valesa.
Saves.
I mean, it's one of those things, right? It's like with a siege onager. One lapse of concentration for a few seconds, you're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, Tato, he's preparing more. You thought the first set of demos was scary. Wait for the second batch. Also, there's some knights back here.
If he'd have sent 4, he would have probably blown them up. But he sent 2 the wrong way, so...
Oh, Viper's around this side with some arms as well. Getting around the back of Zupi. And Zupi's never going Imperial Age at this point. He's just full Castle Age Knights. And we're going to have all 3 secret players in Imp soon. And it looks like Max is slinging. Max is slinging to Valese. Trying to be useful.
The Vikings as the Mongols. I mean, that's a sign of desperation right there.
Yeah, that's not what you would expect to see at all. Trying to go for a forward castle, I think.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, the war galleys as well behind.
Right in there. And the demos can just come in now and get a big shot on this shoreline.
Oh, no, he's
is paying attention,
back.
though. He's really on the ball.
But not dealing any damage to those demos, so they're happy to come back in again. Try another chance.
Yeah, I think he's trying to focus them down. And he's doing a good job. He's doing a really good job. Oh, they're getting too close. What are they doing? Okay, that's going to be a few dead, dead arbs.
A lot of dead arbs. That was like 15 or so dead arbs.
And that's GG right there. He called it.
Yeah. 15 arbs die, and he's like, well, screw it. It's done.
He should have got back from the water, but I guess he was trapped between Viper's Castle.
Yeah.
And where does he go?
Right, and if he doesn't cross the water, then you're never attacking, and then you're never going to win.
Yeah.
All right.
And maybe Velesa needed to go up toward the north a little bit to get out of range of the castle and hug the tree line, but in the moment it is difficult to do. And of course, then Jordan could come in with the boats and do damage as well. Yeah, Jordan did play well that game. Obviously, considerably far ahead on KD than anyone else. 66-35, getting a lot of damage done with those war galleys, and really just doing a fantastic job all round. But the big thing for me there was Max getting raided 3v1, losing so much.
The big thing was Max not being pocket.
Oh yeah, he was flank.
Yeah,
Good point.
He was flank, so that explains it.
Well, it's okay. Next game he'll be pocket, and Suomi will equalize 2-2.
Equal it out.
Easy.
Okay, let's see if that happens. I hope it happens.
Lombardia's up next. That would be the pick of Secret.
That it is. Out of the two maps, they get to choose the order of the final two. So they prefer Lombardia over clearing. Let's get into the game. Let's open that up.
Bam.
Here we are. Lombardia. Technically, he is the pocket.
Oh, Maggie's playing in this game. I didn't know she was... she's on both teams, look.
But
Meiji.
The players, we have Velese as the Berbers. Then we have the Max as the Indians. And finally, Zupi still in, playing as the Magyars. So, technically the Max is the pocket. But on Lombardia, it doesn't really matter who's in pocket because, you know, you're so close to each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have any effect most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a minor thing. But he is in the pocket.
He is in the pocket. So, Suomi's going to win. We'll just alter 4 out. We'll go to the next game.
Okay, sure. If you like. We say Suomi wins this. But... yeah, okay, so we see the Berbers again.
Yeah, coming in for the other team.
And we see the Britons here coming in.
Britons for Tasso, replacing the Civ from Houseboat.
Yeah.
The Viper playing as the Indians, and then Jordan as the Magyars.
Yeah, Indians and Magyars on both teams. All right. Well, this is one of those cool maps. It's kind of like Team Acropolis, but without the Acropolis.
So it's just team.
It's just team.
It's just team.
We just call it team.
Yeah. It's a
team.
Team.
I like the word team.
Oh my god.
That's
ridiculous. But yeah, it's like Baltic but without water. You summed it up perfectly, Sogom. How did you do that?
What are you talking about? It's clearly like Black Forest.
Clearly like Black Forest, yeah.
Without the lakes.
And without the huge woodlines. And the extra boars. And it has bears, right? Like, Black Forest doesn't have bears or cows.
Yeah. So it's basically Black Forest. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically Black Forest.
Gotcha.
It's perfect. It's like it's perfect match. Does everything you want.
I mean, I guess it's like every map in the game is just an offspring of Black Forest and Baltic.
Well, I think
offshoots of those.
Technically, you could say that every map is an offshoot of Forest Nothing because you just take away some of the trees and replace it with other things.
That's a great point. You should be some kind of philosopher, Robo.
Oh, yeah. You know
you really bring out the truth.
That's what I do in my spare time.
In the chaos. You figure it out. That's what you do when you go home at night.
He's up there with Plato.
You don't.
Plato and Aristotle and all those people. Robo, yeah. You know, in 1,000 years' time.
I'll get your name engraved on a stone tablet and bury it in the garden. And then when they excavate it in thousands of years' time, they'll put you in the history books as the long-lost, forgotten
right, and then they'll spend
philosopher.
time trying to study and find out everything about me.
Exactly.
Who was he? What did he do?
And they won't find much.
No, they won't.
Well, as far as we can tell, he's in this house and he leaves.
He doesn't leave his room.
Okay.
Oh God.
That's it.
That is all he does.
all you need.
Well, we're starting to see the team walls coming up nice and early here for Suomi. Big long wall across this way. For less they can easily finish off the wall to the side as well, as you do on Lombardia. And Max is also preparing with some houses across the front. He just wants to, be a little greedy, push in his deers first of all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's deer, Robo.
I like saying deers. Don't judge me.
I like saying sheeps and barrackses as well, but it doesn't mean it's right.
Well, I never said it was right. I just said I like saying it.
I know, but it triggers me.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Do you want me to fix it?
No, it's fine.
Good, 'cause I wasn't going to.
This is the last game we're casting together, or the last set we're casting together.
We're done after today. Once ECL's done, you're out. We only brought you to England so you could finish ECL, and now you can just piss off.
That's right.
Wow.
Get back to upside down land.
Yeah, go back to down under.
What you do in upside down land is any plural that has an S on the end, you remove it. And any plural that doesn't have an S, you add an S. That's how it works, isn't it?
That sounds about right.
That explains it.
That sounds right. Oh, God. Okay, but also, we're seeing the full team walls, it seems, for both teams. Not too surprising based on how we've seen previous games on Lombardia. I'm not sure if, though, Tato has seen this hole up here. Yes, he has. He is aware. He can fix that up. So they're going to be solidly walled across this space. Viper's going to finish these walls, and it looks like Tato might just be going straight FC.
Okay.
Maybe?
Well, I mean, why not? I mean, in this kind of map, straight FC is absolutely safe.
Yeah, right? Like, you've got your two teammates to defend you with their scouts and stuff. You get your walls up like this.
Yeah.
And then FC crossbows could be
and they're really strong. I mean, Britain crossbows are so much better with their extra range.
Yeah, they're much better in Castle Age than Feudal Age, for sure.
Yeah, it's a big power spike, especially if your opponents try and defend it with Siege. Like, just mangonels are so easy to pick off.
I feel like Jordan might have missed the memo on how team walling worked. Normally, you would wall to that wood line and then from there to the edge of the map. But instead, he's going all the way out here, securing the corner, which has some benefits, but it's a much longer wall, a much riskier wall. Possibly could get doubled and kept open if Zuppy and Max come over here really quickly, but that extra attack on the Magda Scout and also getting some nice downhill hits, winning that first scout engagement. And maybe he'll be here in time to finish off these walls. And by the way, this map, it has bears, it has wolf equivalents, so the Magyar bonus is useful.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess that's why they saved it for this map. That's bear good. Look at that. Zuppy at the back.
Yeah, I don't know how or when he got here.
How did he do that?
He walked around this way, I guess.
Oh, he's magic.
I didn't even notice it, but he's here.
That is magic.
Sneaky Magyar scouts in the back of the base.
Amazing. That's so good.
Where's Jordan's walling villager gone? Did he die?
No, surely not. He's the Magyars. He couldn't have died.
Maybe he died to like a scout or something.
He's lost a villager.
There it is.
Yeah, okay. He did lose it to a scout, I guess. Well played. And Zuppy, that's going to catch them by surprise.
Oh, yeah. He just comes out of nowhere with a bunch of scouts. Maybe
he'll be bearing down on them from behind. And they won't see it coming.
No, they won't. They definitely won't see it coming.
Bear with me while I think of more puns.
Oh, God, shut up. I'm sick of your puns.
But they're brilliant.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, God, I hope the stream could hear Will laughing in the background.
He can barely keep it together back there.
This is what I wanted from the very final
I'm sorry.
stream that will ever be in ECL.
Oh, God. This is not what I wanted. I wanted serious casting of high-level competitive games. And you're ruining it for me. Ruined.
A year of charisma and banter and friendship coming to a close in...
I don't know if you can hear Will in the background, but if you can.
He's having a nice little diatribe of...
How many scouts? 4 scouts in that stable there.
It's really not that many, considering it's 13 minutes in the game. He's having a little bit of food issues, it seems, unable to keep constant production. He's about to get housed as well.
What is that? But he's going to get so many villas on that little golden berry clump.
Oh, here he goes.
Here we go. Popping out.
How long until someone sees it?
Well, when they see it, they're in for a nasty surprise.
And Viper just instantly calls and it's like, well, shit.
He's got to get that gold. That gold's the best spot.
He's going around that
Where's
way.
he going? Anything? Oh, no, he's not going in the best way. The best way would have been to just go in where he was on the right side.
Maybe he just didn't see the gold? Oh.
Well, he's not actually not seen it, but it would have been much better to go that side.
Obviously.
Here we go. He's going in for the
knows
wood line.
He knows the wood's
Viper's
here.
reaction. He sees it. No, he doesn't see it. They're going in deep.
Where's he going?
Now they're in. He's blocking him off. That's really smart. Doesn't get a vill.
No.
Doesn't get a vill.
Gets the quick walls.
Viper's quick walled.
All the vills.
Still a huge
legging
disruption to his eco, and he can go to Jordan now as well.
I'm thinking, like, just come over here and like build an outpost, like a watchtower. God, I'm getting my Area 3 terminology mixed up.
Very good.
A watchtower over here denies the berries, denies some farms, both the golds and that stone. That could be pretty nice.
Why are they Xing in their base though? Jordan's in too.
Some of Jordan's scouts have snuck in.
Are you for real?
There was a hole somewhere, it seems. But he is in. He's maybe... Where do you go? Running around this side. Not really dealing too much damage, but we're seeing the Max and Valese both up to Castle Age really quickly. And it looks like Valese is going to go straight for Camel Archers. Castle Age is on stone. Makes sense. And then Max keeping with the camels, I assume. And here we see Viper coming back to clean this up. He can't really take this fight, though, because of the +1 attack on Magyars. But he does have the 1 extra scout, so I guess it's even enough. And then where are Tato's archery ranges? Over here. He's just hit Castle Age. He's got a couple of archers just chilling over here, not really doing too much.
Yeah.
And now Viper also up to Castle Age himself. Gonna get those
Yes.
camel
I thought
going.
Zuppy would get more done. 2 kills, 2 deaths.
Yeah,
and he's being
not
chased
the
down.
best. He kills... As far as I can see, nothing here.
Yeah, Viper's at 33 vills. He's got more than Max and Valesa.
He clearly
He's
hasn't
fine.
killed anything from Viper. Viper has no deaths.
Yeah.
So he must have killed that one villager out here, and then maybe another villager or a scout back
Poor
here.
Jordan getting the short straw. It was obviously a Jordan unit. He's the only one who's lost anything.
Yeah, exactly. But there's 2 more scouts in.
Oh, he's finally got a
Okay.
vill.
So they
Big
still...
plays.
Oh, they've scouted the stable now. They know it's there.
Well, he's going to get Bloodlines in, and they're both going to have it about the same time.
Slightly faster for the
But
Viper.
Viper's got the advantage now,
Oh, yeah.
considerably.
Oh, yeah, it's massive.
Lowering the health pool before the Bloodlines tech comes in, meaning that Bloodlines does less overall. And there you go. Viper's going to clean that up. Although Zuppy will go for the hill, but it won't make a difference
I
here.
think he's just running around just to waste time, essentially, at this point. But Tato, though, not actually going forwards with his crossbows, so it seems a bit weird to do this whole FC crossbows and then not really utilize them at all. I guess maybe he's coming over here to try to pick off this one villager, I guess. That makes sense. Oh, but that's Spearman poking him down.
Hero.
Hero.
That
The
they
Max, though, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 TCs going up.
What a castle.
And the castle for Valese.
Let's get it up.
And the 1 extra TC.
Let's get it on. Looks like they are ahead in villages now as well. So
Ever so slightly.
it's a small advantage, but that could grow. Obviously, if they're ahead now, they could continue to pull ahead.
Yeah.
We don't know.
100%.
But,
Jordan's up to castle, and Zuppy is not anywhere near castle, it seems. He's only got 300 food. Why does he only have 300 food? He only had the 1 stable, right? So it's not like he's heavily invested in...
So, just want to add people in the chat mentioning that it would have been nice to see him going for an archery range. And while that is true, I mean, obviously archers would have been able to deny more, potentially kill more villagers. They were also at risk of dying to scouts a lot more. And obviously Viper would have had bloodlines and like 8 scouts, and he could have killed the archers with those as well. So, I don't know. I feel like
you really need to like stay hidden for a long time. And
the main thing
you
is
pop
to
out
just
like
pop out at the right time.
20 archers or something could work, but that's so much slower than scouts, right?
Yeah.
He came out at like 14 or so minutes, which is a time when you can deal damage.
But
you're not going to have 20
archers
archers for a long time.
He would have killed more, for sure.
Probably.
You would have killed Bills.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
On that wood line, he would have killed him. So yeah, it's a good point.
It goes both ways. And just also more investment though, right? So.
And I mean, also, Zuppy now only just going up to the castle age. Everyone else is up. He's way behind.
I think Zuppy's just not playing particularly on point today. Like,
don't say that about Zuppy.
I'm sorry. Like, I know he's your buddy. I know he's in your clan, but he only made.
You see that Nabs clan tag?
Yeah. Whatever. I know he only made 10 or so scouts and some upgrades for them. He should not be having this slow of a castle age, I think.
It is what it is. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah. No,
Next.
it's a good point. Viper going to be chasing down the remaining scouts. And, I mean, both teams sort of sitting behind their walls at the moment. But there are the Camel Archers out for Valessa. So he is going to be coming across, looking to see what he can find. Maybe he will range a villager here or there. But it doesn't seem too likely.
Best bet would be Tato's
TC is the most exposed place,
Maybe one of those vills. Nothing else is really on ball. And on this side, like all the Tato's crossbows
got way
are
more
around.
Crossbow. You wouldn't fight that with that many Camel Archers.
Double layer palisade walls as well here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you're going for the gate when it has more HP.
And it's not looking good for Suomi at the moment, really.
No, not really. They had the really good game on Houseboat, and then it's just not really lined up. But remember, Max
so outnumbered in military.
Max is pocket, so they're gonna win.
So it's all gonna come back around somehow.
Something's gonna happen.
Let's see how. I mean, I'm worried because Tato has so many crossbow, and he's Britons as well. So this is not an easy thing to deal with now.
And
you can't just pop out a couple of mangoes.
He's only 2 TCs as well, so he might be going for some sort of fast imp shenanigans. Get up pretty quickly.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets some sling, and he goes up. He's not done it yet, but he could do it under his own steam as well.
Right, yeah, because he's not spending that many. Like, normally in Britons, you expect 3, 4, 5 TC booms. If you only make the 1 extra TC, you don't need to spend that much food. You can get up pretty quickly if you macro well. Coming around, Viper and Tato teaming up, trying to trap in these Camel Archers, but they're just going to run away in their funny little walk that camels have. Nope, never mind. Coming back this way. Where's you going? Gonna
right between the two of them.
Nope.
This could be good. Oh, this is perfect. Tato doesn't have ballistics though, so
no, he does not.
I love the fact that I can just instantly see who has ballistics by looking in the bottom right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No more checking the tech tree because I missed it.
Or having to sit there watching the army, waiting to see if they miss or not.
It's so good. I love it.
Oh, yeah, Max, that's not gonna work.
It's not happening, is it?
No.
But Team Secret now with a really good combo of camels and archers.
10 extra vills for Suomi. They're in a decent spot.
Yes, but they don't have military right now. They're 2-1 military to Secret, and if they push now and do damage now, then obviously Suomi won't have the villager advantage for long, and that's what they need to do. They're sort of the ball is in their court. They have to do the damage, and that's I guess why they're now coming forward to do this. And it's going to be Jordan 23 just sitting back. By the way, he's not really doing any military, which is why I thought maybe there would be some sling. But no, he's booming up for Paladin, no doubt.
Presumably, yeah. Just going to wait for maybe even switching to Cav Archers.
Yeah, there's Indians. So,
but then there's the Camel Archers. So you win some, you lose some either way.
Yeah, for sure. But this is an opportunity now for them to do some damage. Valessa really the only one with any military on Team Suomi. He has to hold this 2v1, camels and crossbow.
Against Britain crossbows.
An imp coming in.
Coming up to him. And Brain, there was one bug where one of the flags on a flag looked one of the flags on a castle looked really weird when there was garrisoned units, where there seemed to be like a white outline around the flag. I don't remember which game it was in, one of the Regicide Fortress games. It looked a bit funny. But that's the only weird thing that I've noticed today with Capture Age. Everything else has been great.
As always.
As
Love
always.
it. So, Valessa's sort of just holding on to his hill right now. Doesn't want to take that fight. Just avoid it at all costs. He only has... Oh, actually he has 2 castles now. He does have a second castle. That's good.
Securing a bit more space. Securing this gold TC, which is pretty
nice. But that
nice.
Imperial time is so good for Tato.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. And there's the mangonel. See how long that lasts.
Well... British crossbows not going to go very well. And these camels can just run in there and pick it up maybe.
Oh, they can do that too.
So many options here. Max.
But they're not doing damage yet. They're still not actually doing damage. So they're just sitting here.
A couple of vills that are idle in this TC. Not the end of the world. No ballistics, though, for Valesse. Getting up to Imperial Age now himself, though. And Max, nearly there. If he can pop out with a huge mass of camels.
He's in.
No.
He's found a way in.
You're letting down Nabs. And Suomi.
Don't want to hear it.
Don't want to hear it.
He has let them into the wall. I'll give you that.
Yep.
You can't deny the facts.
No, you can't. You can't.
The overchop definitely hurting a little bit there.
Happens.
But they backed up anyway because they still want to wait for Arbalest before they overcommit and get trapped and lose all their army.
They know that they're so close.
Look at that mangonel. it's going to get splattered.
I think you did like 4 damage to
maybe
4
not.
different crossbows.
It's still going to get splattered eventually. I'm sure of it.
They're pretty equal now in military.
Yeah, they've caught up because Max decided to start making some military units.
Yeah, he decided, okay, 110 bills, that's enough. Let's go.
Let's open the floodgates. And it's going down. Look at it. Splat.
Nope.
Splat. Splat. There you go. I mean, what are you going to do?
Ooh, that's a forward castle.
But this is, yeah, they've got good map control. It looks like Suomi are trying to wall out really far, but
They
they're
were
just getting
trying
denied.
that, but that's not really happening at this
Yeah,
point.
this is not happening at all. But Imperial is in for Tato. Looks like Arbalest is
It
done.
He's got arbs.
Now they're going to push.
Chemistry on the way. He
Distinct
does have
lack
bracer.
of siege, by the way.
You
No
don't need
siege.
siege. You just need to have a ton of arbalists, right? They outrange everything. You can destroy anything with enough time.
Yeah.
That's how I used to play my games when I was a kid.
What you really need here is the is it Saracens giving you the
Yep, Saracens give you that team bonus.
Yep, giving you the extra damage versus buildings.
Or
That
you-
would be fine.
Or you just play as the mines
Yeah,
for a
but,
better version of that bonus.
but he's not.
Oh god,
Britons.
this is not nice.
Getting outranged, getting out DPS.
Yeah. Max just doesn't want to fight until he gets heavy camel, obviously, which makes sense.
They
but
could push this back though. Honestly, I mean they could push this back.
you definitely can. But
Obviously,
Viper,
Camel Archers are going to have a bigger health pool, better value for not value, but a better population efficiency, and
yeah, same number
their
of army, but
numbers
look at
are
how much
even.
more. Oh shit!
oh, look at that. There we go.
So much more HP for roughly
Exactly.
the same numbers. Like almost double the HP.
So once Heavy Camel comes in, they're going to make a push quickly.
I think so. No, now he's going to wait for Imperial
Camel's
Camel.
coming in too.
Wait for some more.
I still think they should make the push quickly.
I
here.
definitely. You want to thin these down before Viper's able to defend
Exactly.
it. Yep. Now they're deciding. Okay, let's go. Let's
This
go.
is it. Let's roll out. Elite Camel Archer coming in. Conscription coming in. Chemistry coming in.
I think they decide
Imperial
Viper hit him.
Camel.
Viper
coming
hit
in.
him. Let's go. And no.
But they've got to push now. This is it. They've got the tech advantage. They've got the HP pool advantage.
They need to get in there.
Clear it out. Clean it up. Jordan on the right side coming in. But it looks like no, the middle right.
Middle right.
He has actually come in though, but he's coming in
Halberdiers' Magars seems a bit
Magars.
questionable. They
All
don't
the
get the
way.
last armor upgrade.
all the way, Robo.
All the way. Sorry, I'll stop down.
He's got to
Wait,
cancel.
is
He's got to cancel out the Imperial camels that are coming in.
Is he the Nabs? Is he in Nabs as well? He can't do anything wrong?
He may as well be.
He may as well be. Fair enough. That smile, it always gets you, right?
But no, I mean, it's
Boom into Halbs, yeah, exactly.
pretty cheap. But I think he really should go Cav Archer. But
Then there's these things.
or I mean, he has to go one or the other.
I think Paladins is the
Cav
thing.
Archer or Paladin,
I
right?
think Paladins is the better thing, because Britons...
Actually, I think you're right. Paladin would be better. It would
Because like, you've already got
complement
the Indian camels. Like
Exactly.
they kind of semi-cancel out each other. But
Maybe he can bring some of that insane Magia siege to the field as well.
yeah, the siege engineer oranges. Oh, there's one knight here. A couple
Oh,
of bills
yes.
coming in. There's a monk as well. This
This is going to
Sloppy.
cost Nabs. I almost said Nabs. It's going to cost them a little bit.
Slippy.
I
He had
don't
one
believe
job.
he's. I don't know why he would not check that. You know, you always check.
Well, to be honest, I haven't really seen Zippy playing games for quite a while. It's possible that he's just really rusty.
Yeah.
and,
Perhaps.
not on the ball at the moment.
But this is
'Cause-
good from Suomi. They are going to push forward and deny that castle from Jordan.
That's
And
True.
but still, they've not cleaned up this army from Viper and Tato, and they had the opportunity to do it long ago,
Yeah, but-
before Viper even got Imperial
and
Camel.
before Tato got to 76 arbalests in one spot, which is like
Yeah.
just horrifying to think of fighting.
They should have fought this sooner, really. I really think
Oh,
they
yeah,
should have
no,
fought it sooner. But they are going to go for it now, and there are a lot more Imperial Camels out for Max. So the tankiness is there. Obviously, they've got the HP pool. What is it? Control A? Yeah, look at that.
There we are.
Look at the HP difference. It's actually not as big as I thought.
1500 HP. There's
But
those
it
trebs as
should
well, and
absolutely favour Suomi here. I know they're pushing uphill.
there's just so much military though for Tato, and yeah, and the hill and the castle in the background.
But they've got the Imperial Camel numbers. That should make the difference, in my opinion. But you're right, there are a
And now
seriously
there's
large
Helbs
number of...
streaming in from somewhere. I don't know where they are, but there they are coming around the back.
Here we go,
You can
from
see
the
that
back.
they just pop in here.
Helbs in the back.
You don't need to press control; it automatically updates as units
I was
run on
going
the
to try and
screen.
like unselect all of them.
Oh,
But
yeah,
yeah.
I can sure, that's fine. Yeah, I can do that. Teamwork.
But yeah, the Helbs coming in, they do take down the Treb, but they don't do much else. They'll
They
like,
just
get
sort of tank a little bit. That's
cleaned
all.
up. very quickly. But look at Tato's army. He's still got 71 units. It's like he didn't lose anything there.
Hardly anything at all.
So really, that was very good for Secret overall, all things considered. And again, I still think they should have taken the fight sooner, but what can
we can't change that anymore. The big problem, though, is going to be this sort of like sneaky shit that's happening here.
He's found out. He's figured it out.
He's noticed, but like he's in here, like just harassing the trade that they're trying to set up. Zuppy's like, oh, there's a hole, guys. Whoops, my bad.
Yeah, but he's going to close it off before it becomes too much of a big problem, I think. That'll be fine. But yeah, my main concern still here is just that, you know...
To double the military count.
Yeah, they've lost a huge fight there.
Tato by himself has more army than the entirety of Suomi. And yes, they are only ARBs, but they are, you know, Britain ARBs, so they're still bloody good.
Only ARBs.
Only Britain ARBs with 10 range. Soon to be 11 range if and when he gets Yeoman.
Yeah, which he will get eventually, I'm sure.
And probably start adding some more Trebs or something like that. Could be pretty strong. And oh boy, some Cav Archers coming in. Those two just died instantly when like 4 Camel Archers looked at them.
Is he really just going Cav Archer there? That's interesting.
I think maybe it's just a misclick. Maybe he's trying to make scones.
Zuppy's now going Pikeman as well.
No, he is taking the heavy Cav Archers.
Okay.
Halbs and heavy Cav Archers. I guess it kind of gives you the best of both worlds.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Come on, Max, your camels. They need to be in front of the Camel Archers.
But Paladins up front in there would be huge because they can tank a lot of the Camel Archer fire.
And even just the Indian camels, like, yes, they're going to die, but they're still tanking, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of gold, Jordan. He's got a huge amount of gold banked up.
Yeah, that's what happens when you only make hulls.
True that. But he's going up the hill, storming up the hill.
They're pushing in.
They're taking out those Trebs. So, looks like it's working very well for Team Secret at the moment, mostly due to Tato just having... I mean, just look at the graph in the bottom right. When you just look at that. What are you doing against that? You need siege or something, right? But none of these civs have really particularly strong siege.
Nope. Magars, get siege engineer, onagers.
Yeah. You know, a
Berbers do as well.
Good option would it would be good if you had more resources, and this is the problem. But Indian elephant archers would be fantastic here.
Except against the Indian camels and halbs.
No, they would. I think they would be good. Because you need something.
Oh boy, yeoman coming in, by the way.
To deal with those.
About to get even
They're just
scarier.
too expensive, and rams too. But I would love to see. I just want to see that unit get some action. You know, it's too niche. But they're absolute tanks against range.
That's true, but they're not that great against the melee units. But we'll see how this works.
But you have 2 teammates to help you out there.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, teamwork.
I mean, you're never going to cover all bases with 1 unit. But they're just too expensive, so you would never do it.
Have you heard of the monk?
Oh yeah, I have actually.
They're pretty good.
Unless you don't get redemption. But here we go. Looks like Team Secret are going to just storm the hill. And there is just too much stuff there.
187 to 60. They've got 3 times the number of military units on the screen at the moment.
It's insane. And they're going to take that castle. There is a lack of siege from both teams, actually.
There's like 1 trebuchet in the top corner.
But if they can,
the Viper, and
they don't even need to take the castle if they just kill the army underneath it.
Yeah.
As well.
And remember, Indian camels, they can attack bonus those buildings. So Viper can just take down the castle if he really wants to. Could be an option. They've got nearly 5 times the amount of army that Suomi has now. GG has to be called in a second.
I mean, Suomi will run out of steam pretty quickly here.
They're running out of gold. They don't have a ton of trade at the moment. Sorry, we'll turn off that bit. Yeah. Like, they're starting to set up the trade numbers, but it's not huge. Jordan is still actually, harassing them around the side a little bit.
It's really annoying, actually, down there. Where's Zuppy? Zuppy's nowhere in sight, right?
Zuppy's got 20 military.
He's still in the castle age.
And it's all pikemen.
Oh, and it's over. It's GG right there.
Zuppy switched into slinging, which...
He slung over to Max. Max made...
A lot of camels. That's true.
A lot of camels, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough, and there's the GG. Team Secret, your final champions. They do get the win, and they will be the final winners of the ECL League stage, further cementing Team Secret's position at the top of the standings. Well played to them. They take down Suomi in a 3-1 fashion. But all things considered, the result of that game doesn't really affect anything in the grand scheme of things. Secret and AM will still be coming to the LAN on the last weekend of August. That's right. Both teams will be flown to the UK. Both teams will play 3 days of Age of Empires 2 on the stage, live, in front of probably over 100 people. in our studio. And if you want to come, if you want to be part of that audience, if you want to find out more information, then the information is on our website, escapetv.uk/ECL. You can buy a ticket. You can join our Discord server if you have any questions, or you could ask right now in the Twitch chat. And that's just 55 days away, so it's very exciting. There's lots and lots and lots of cool stuff coming up with that. And we were planning to have, or we wanted to have, a hype trailer ready for you today. However, there is a good reason why we do not have one today, and that will all be revealed when you see the hype trailer. So we won't be able to play you a hype trailer today, but we will be doing everything we possibly can to promote the absolute crap out of this LAN, because it is going to be an amazing event. One of the biggest community events and one of the biggest LANs this game has ever had. The hype trailer will give you a lot more information, and there's a lot of surprises in store for you all with regards to the LAN final. It will be streamed here on this channel on the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st. That's August and September, the last weekend of August. And all the information will be posted in as many places as we possibly can in the next few weeks. We don't want to promote everything too soon, because obviously it's still 55 days away and people will forget. But we're going to be doing everything we can to make this as good as it possibly can be. So, there you go. Can you get a hug from Robo if you come? Yep. Sure.
Yep, okay. No worries. If that means you're coming, sure.
When will the hype trailer be released? The hype trailer will probably be released next week. Probably next week. I don't know. Maybe we'll delay it a bit longer, but there's a lot of reasons to get hyped.
Do we want to take a look at the final standings?
Of course we
at
do.
The end.
The final standings. Here we go. Here it is.
That's it. Everything has been taken into account at the end of the entire season.
There it is. Team Secret, first place, 68 points. AM, second place, 56 points. Suomi, third place, 46 points. SY, Frantic, VNA, BZK, and finally, Heresy at the bottom there with 9. Well played to all of those teams. It's been an incredibly long year. It's not finished just yet, as we still have the LAN final, but it is kind of sad to have this league stage come to an end. Or even though it could have been better, even though, we learned a lot along the way, it's still been a constant thing that's been going on for a long while. And there it is. That is the final standings. That's awesome.
That's the end. Such a comeback from AM. That's true. Sort of the same sort of thing for Suomi. But I think the big question for me is, imagine if Heresy had Miguel and Dogao from the start.
Oh, yeah. They could have come 5th, maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe not 5th.
They possibly would have had all of Brazucas' points as well as their own ones.
Yeah. So they'd be tied in 6th, maybe. I don't know. It's a good point, though.
Maybe even more. Like they could have done better in some of the 2v2s or 1v1s, possibly.
Honestly, BZK were extremely disappointing this tournament.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, BZK, essentially the same players that went to China in the Nations Cup in the final.
Half of that team and then half of the team that came in 5th place because they had 2 Brazilian teams, right?
It's an extremely strong team. And then they just didn't perform at all. Heresy then got Miguel and Dogao, like you said, started doing better. But that only happened halfway through the tournament. And VNA sort of expected performance from them. Some good moments. They did get a win, actually. They did get a first place. And then they came 3rd 4 times.
The first place was Bacti in a 1v1 stage.
Yeah.
So it's
which is kind
not
of
really a team thing. It's a 1v1.
But that's still kind of where they shine. I mean, obviously, Bacti is the stronger player in the team.
Yeah.
And VNA put up some good games, played some good games. And then the main storyline, really, of the whole thing was SY and Frantic starting off extremely strong, sitting in 2nd and 3rd, and then slowly being caught up and reined in by AM and Suomi.
They really, between the 2 Chinese teams in the past 5 months, they've really not won many points at all.
No.
Which is kind of...
No, they've not. They've been in that sort of 30 to 40 range for
basically
half a year.
Yeah.
It's surprising. But, it's actually the lowest sort of position that China's finished in
the
any
entire
major tournament
Yeah.
in a long time. And it's kind of surprising. I don't know if that's maybe because they're split into two teams. I mean, maybe they need a super team with the best of SY and Frantic.
Right, like Tim, Vivi.
But there's a lot of drama.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of drama, and that's why they're not together. So there it is. Secret coming at the top, AM in second place. And it's great for AM as well, actually, to see AM, because they were a new team, really, kind of a new team at the start of ECL.
Like, they've sort of been around for, like, on
They
and
hadn't
off.
proven themselves.
They've been on and off around,
Yeah.
right? Because, like, they did BOA,
Yeah.
basically, the 2 months before ECL started. And that was sort of like their first tournament,
Yeah.
like, really together as AM. And then, they started off pretty rocky, didn't do particularly well. First event, getting Secret in the round of 8, getting absolutely destroyed in the first team game stage.
Yeah.
Obviously not the best situation, but they started to pick it up a lot in the second half of the year.
Yeah, they did. And then Suomi as well, sort of coming back from quite a poor start. The Secret Slayers, they did take down Team Secret in a couple of finals.
They won 3 finals in a row, beating Secret in all 3 of them.
Oh, all 3.
Like 2 of the finals, they beat Secret, and 1 of them, they beat Secret in the semis to get to the final.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then they even got against Secret there in the grand finals of the last stage. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good summary. Very Euro-centric top 3.
Yeah.
That's
strange.
Mostly Europeans there. And it's, I mean, AM with Hart from Peru and Nikov from Argentina. And then obviously Secret with Slam from Canada. And then everyone else European.
Pretty much.
Interesting. But yeah, that's cool. Obviously, Secret AM going to be at the LAN final. Don't forget. We'll promote the absolute crap out of it. So if you do forget, we'll remind you. But make sure you follow the channel. We'll obviously be live between now and then with a few other things. We have the Age of Empires 3 New World Championships. And that's going to be another LAN. And we're going to be doing that next week. I did forget about Hira. I'm sorry, Crummy. It's Hira, obviously, from Canada as well. But yeah, on the 10th of July, the New World Championships. The 11th, sorry. The players get here on the 10th. But on the 11th of July, the New World Championships will start. We'll be streaming Age of Empires 3 for 4 days back-to-back. And you might not be the biggest AoE 3 fan, but I do encourage you to come and have a look at the stream. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you'll enjoy it, but even if you don't, you'll get a good sneak peek of what is in store for us at the ECL LAN as well, because we'll be using a lot of the same setup for ECL LAN as well as the AoE 3 LAN, which is happening next week. So definitely stick around for that. Have a look out for that as well. And that's going to be exciting. That's 8 players. Again, mostly from Europe, actually, which is interesting.
Almost entirely.
In fact,
there's one.
Maito is the only non-Europe. So out of the top 8 AoE 3 players, only 1 is from out of Europe as well, which is interesting. Yeah, he's coming in from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got H2O casting and Wicked Cossack casting as well. A lot of actually British players. Good British representation in AoE 3. There's no Brits in these 8 teams.
Wow.
In AoE 2, and they're all playing AoE 3. That's probably why.
In AoE 3, the strongest nation is France, by sure.
France is the strongest in AoE 3.
Like, people who are from France.
Yeah, yeah. And then probably Germany, and then England?
Something
like that, yeah.
Maybe America.
America's a bit
Used to be.
further down now. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, so we're going to be doing that AoE 3 LAN. Looking forward to that next week. We'll obviously be doing some more stuff. We actually have another tournament lined up, which we'll be releasing information about soon. And other than that, we will see you tomorrow for some AoE 3 action. We're going to host Fire now, I think, or raid Fire.
We're going to raid Fire. We're going to send you all over there.